Last episode, Vekni and Sorin decided to travel to Vigor Valley City in order to complete one of the tasks Lady Arose asked of them. Lady Arose had given the adventurers a ring and asked them to find the blacksmith, Tiger Keg, and to have him craft a tiara using the ring's setting. Before leaving the city, Vekni and Sorin spoke with Boomadon and Lady Arose in the Queensgrace courtyard. Curious about the relations between a fairy and a Goliath, the adventurers learned the love shared between Arose and Boomadon was not physical. Sorin and Vekni traveled 3 days west in the direction of Vigor Valley City. The party observed smoke in the distance towards the direction of the destroyed Serv's Tavern. Sorin and Vekni decided to investigate the origin of the smoke. As they neared the smoke, they observed a flying, flaming steed, ridden by an armored half-orc wearing red and orange colors. A large axe was strapped to his back. The flaming steed was heading roughly in their direction. Thinking quickly, Sorin casted Minor Illusion to make it appear as though he and Vekni had a translucent magic barrier protecting them. The rider flew by, glared at the pair, then continued on his way past them. The party continued towards the smoke, where they encountered the aftermath of a battle. Wagons and one sigils were burning near the remnants of Serv's Tavern, and dead men hung from nooses. There were dead one soldiers laying on the ground as well, mixed in with some dead Forte soldiers. A man wearing splendid red armor and a red great helm, with 2 long horns and the design of a demon head as a visor, stood near a half-dozen living Forte soldiers. Sorin and Vekni spoke with a splendidly armored man, who they learned was named Karagonda, one of the 2 leaders of Forte, who ruled with another man named FRANC Mandrid. They deceived Karagonda after presenting him with the letter of passage they received from one of FRANC Mandrid's subordinates in Serv's Tavern a month prior. Vekni claimed she and Sorin just wanted to visit the large tavern in Vigor Valley City, because, as Sorin put it, the 2 of them were connoisseurs of fine drink. Sorin and Vekni put on a show for Karagonda's men, partying and drinking with them near the fallen soldiers, destroyed wagons, burnt sigils, and obliterated tavern. Afterwards, Karagonda permitted the duo to go, but he warned Vekni that if he found out they lied to him, they would meet a most horrible fate, worse than death. A shiver ran down Vekni's spine at Karagonda's ominous words. Karagonda also instructed Vekni to find Lorgan in the Vigor Valley City Tavern, and to tell him they were sent by Karagonda. He explained Lorgan would set them up nicely. The adventurers continued on their journey and entered through the gates of Vigor Valley City. They observed many Vigor banners and credos as they traversed the town. The party made their way through the Valley Shopping Center and entered the blacksmith. Inside, Sorin spoke with Tiger Keg, the blacksmith Lady Arose sent him to find. Sorin asked Tiger Keg to use the setting of the ring Arose gave him to make a tiara. Tiger Keg was confused at this request, as he was not experienced at working with jewelry. Sorin casted suggestion on Tiger Keg, getting him to agree to do the job and to stop asking questions. Before leaving the shop, Vekni looked over Tiger Keg's wares. She was surprised to find most weapons in the smithy were shoddily made and of poor quality. Vekni and Sorin left the blacksmith and made haste towards Lorgan's tavern. Upon entering, they found an enormous tavern. There were bounties posted behind the bar, and the adventurers noticed a multitude of tables filled with people. Each table seemed isolated from the other tables, and the patrons at each table had distinct battle standards, sigils, and colors representing various factions. Honesty was in the back of the tavern, playing music on a stage.
Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.
Okay, so now we're inside the tavern here?
Yeah, so just real quick, welcome back to some Power Word Nerd D&D action. The last time we played,
It was only last week.
It was only last week, yeah. Vekni, which is actually awesome. Vekni and Sorin traveled to Vigor Valley City, met a couple people, and they went right into the tavern, where there's this just busy tavern. There's always different tables with different people with different sigils. And we're using the sigils on the table in front of Joe to represent the tables. And that's where we left off.
So I believe last we left off, we visited the blacksmith, and the blacksmith told us we had to be back, was it hours or days?
He gave me 2 days, he said. It'll take 2 days. And he also seemed like he was unsure how to even make what you asked.
Super confused about it.
Yeah.
So again, you're in a busy bar. There's a bartender. At the one side, there's always different people at different tables. They appear to be like very isolated from each other. They're not like, it's not like the other bars you've been in where everyone was kind of talking together, and the groups seem to be very isolated.
And I believe we could see fractions, like almost like
Factions.
Factions, like table toppers on these tables.
No, you don't. But you could see in their clothing. A lot of them have like sigils sewn into their clothing or on their armor and whatnot.
It would be cool if they're on the tables, but.
Yeah, no, they don't actually have the sigils on their tables.
Well, we're in a busy bar.
Is Sins here?
No, but what's his face is.
Roll a perception roll.
It would be perception.
17 plus...
Sins is not there, but you do see a table of 3 men wearing one colors, and one of them is recognized as Tedzonki.
Tazanki's here?
Yes.
Okay, so I notice him.
You just rolled for it, so yeah, you definitely notice him.
How packed is the bar right now?
The amount of people that are, the amount of models on the table are the people in the bar.
All right, so
there's no one else.
There's no one else up at the bar, just the bartender there by himself?
The bartender, I think it's just you and Sorin at the bar.
So is that one guy with that horse with the spikes on it?
No, they're wearing white and black. They're in the right next to Kevin, closest to Kevin, that table.
Oh, this is Tazanki?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, what I'm saying, but the horse, the guys with on horses, are they in here with their horses?
They are actually in here with horses, yes. There are horses in here in the bars with them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
I figured that would come up, yes.
Okay.
They're not on the horses. The horses are next to them, but...
The one with the black horse with the spikes coming out of its head, what sigil do I notice there?
Which one?
The one with the black and blue horse with the
that one?
with the spikes coming out of its head?
That sigil is, it's the black background with the blue rose. And that's not a sigil that you've ever seen.
Not a sigil I've ever seen. Okay.
All right. So I notice Tazanki, and Vekni gets a little smile on her face. She leans over to the bartender and goes, can I get a bottle of whiskey?
Even though there's no one at the bar, the bartender, no patrons. Okay. The bartender seems very, very busy and like frantic, and he's just like moving stuff around. He's like, what do you want?
A bottle of whiskey?
1 gold. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll flip him a gold.
He takes it, he just hands it to you real quick, and he goes, all right, go ahead. And he seems to be really busy.
All right.
And flustered.
So,
Make sure you guys don't fight in here, or we're kicking your ass out. And just keep... He's like behind the bar.
That was the first thing I wanted to do.
Real busy.
that's what I wanted to do. There's no fighting ring or anything?
Well, that actually makes sense in a place like this, where everyone comes from different fractions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I gave you the Wanda posters already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They are somewhere. Vekni will pop the whiskey bottle, take a swig, and hand it to Sorin.
Sort of like take the bottle, but he's just gonna hold on to it.
You're not going to drink it?
Not at this moment.
I'll take it back and I'll be like, yeah, well, I see a friend of mine. You're welcome to join me. And I'll walk over to Tazanki.
Yeah, I'll join.
So you walk over, you see...
I'll try to come up behind him.
Well, he's facing the door.
Well, yeah, he's facing this way, so I can come
So you're going to walk around? You can do that. Oh, why don't you roll stealth? Your DC is 8.
Okay. My stealth is... plus 5.
Okay.
14. Plus 5.
So you successfully walk up behind him, and you observe from behind. You recognize Tazaki, a large barbarian-looking human, a Highlander, with a white animal skin draped over his armor, white and black armor. You also see another, what appears to be Highlander. He's got that thick, shaggy beard, and he's got a leather coat and a serrated-edged sword. And then there's another Highlander also sitting there, standing there, who appears to be kind of almost like standing guard next to them. He's not really sitting and like drinking and hanging out. He's just like kind of like standing by.
Tazanki's from our pirate shot, one shot. The dude has like 250 HP. He's a fucking beast. Vekni will sneak up behind him and then jump on his back.
What the hell?
Be like, I got you, big guy.
Vekni! And he tries to give you a giant bear hug.
Okay. I don't avoid.
Yeah. Grabs you, holds you close. I missed you. Where you been?
We have been everywhere. I kind of lost track of Prince though.
Oh, that's too bad. I liked him.
Yeah, me too. But I'm sure we'll discover him soon.
Shit, have a drink with us.
Well, I brought some bottle and I put the bottle down on the table.
He smiles and he turns over to the other Highlander that's sitting, and he says, "Oh, this is that pirate lady I was telling you about."
I am Captain Vekni. The donkey served on my ship.
He says in a surprisingly articulate way for a Highlander, very unlike Tazaki. He says, "Nice to meet you. I am Christoph Pearl." And
Pearl?
And he holds out his hand. Christoph Pearl.
She grabs the wrist like this and shakes his hand. This is my concubine Sorin.
Greetings.
Really need to start calling me that.
What was his name? Christoph?
Christoph Pearl.
Pearl?
Pearl. Yep.
Is this guy like a friend or ally, or
Yeah,
he's a friend of me?
No, he's a friend.
Okay.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, Lord Winnegar sent us on a mission. It brought us here. Unfortunately, shortly after we arrived, Forte kind of closed down the city. It's difficult to leave.
Oh. Where is Holden or Scenes?
I haven't seen them since we arrived in Dovah.
It's a shame. I like Holden.
Just be careful, Vekni, because whenever anyone tries to leave this tavern, it seems like the government here, Vigor, they try to arrest you. That's why we're kind of all just holed up in here until they lift this quarantine or whatever they have that they're doing.
The COVID quarantine.
Wait.
They tried to arrest you for leaving the tavern.
Well, in the tavern, there's no violence allowed, and it's something the government officials do respect. But he looks around. He goes, "There's all kinds of people here that the government doesn't like."
Well, it's very strange to see one soldier sitting down with Forte and Blood Mist and all these other. I don't understand how everybody's just sitting here. There's a disgusting drow over there.
Well, some of the other guys in here, they kind of explained it to me. Basically, they're saying before a month ago, right after one arrived, there was never actually open war between Chaos and FRANC and Slay and all them. They weren't actually an open war, but there was a battle that took place, and since then, Vigor kind of treats all those other factions officially as enemies of the state. So if we leave here, it's free game. So we're kind of stuck until we can figure out a way to sneak out of the city.
So are you in are you in danger in the city?
If we leave this tavern and the government officials see us, the army will come and arrest us. They have a giant barracks in the city with thousands of soldiers. There's really no way for us to fight our way out.
We really need Stripe right about now. He knows his way through the souls.
I don't know him.
He was that little goblin that was on the boat with us at the end of our journey.
I never met a goblin.
Wasn't he on the...
No, Tazaki has never met Stripe.
Okay. Is it just three of you?
Yeah, it was just a small little sortie that we got sent to do. Essentially, Winnegar wanted us to try to recruit more people to help storm some moat for this Lord Indara that works for 1-2. The moat's far north of here. It's not even in this region of the country. And there was another mission that he wanted us to do as well. Christoph knows a little bit better about it.
Vekni takes a drink. Is this face?
It's the model. Is it him?
Here.
It's the model.
The face is here.
Kill it with fire.
I can't. It's a dragonborn. Oh wait, it's a blue one. Yeah, fireworks.
Christoph says, yes, Lord Winnegar wanted us to sneak into the Forte barracks and find one of their leaders, Frank Mandred, in his laboratory and kill him. But when we first arrived in the city, we found the area was really well defended, and the three of us really lacked the strength to do something like that.
So as they sent you here, or on your mission, was only 3 of you?
Well, yeah, it was supposed to be a kind of a covert type of thing. We didn't realize that all shit was going to go to hell and there'd be martial law in the city and all that. It wasn't supposed to be like this when we talked to Lord Winnegar about it.
Are they wearing their banners?
They are. Everyone in here has collars and sigils. Yeah.
But if it was a covert mission, why do you have your sigils out?
I guess we didn't really think that through. We figured just a few of us just traveling into the city wouldn't be noticed. And I don't think we would have been, but when all shit went to hell after that battle or whatever happened, just everything changed.
Why don't you just get rid of your sigils?
And try to sneak out?
Yeah.
We've been thinking about it. We've been holed up here for almost a month.
How is it you plan on getting out of here?
They just looked to each other and were like, well, we really don't know. I mean, we've been talking about it, but we've accomplished nothing since we got here. So we're not really in a rush to leave until we can try to find an opportunity to at least accomplish some of our missions. Whether we can bring some friends back with us to Winnegar, or we can find this guy Frank and kill him, whichever. Just
Where's Frank?
Don't we have the mission to kill Frank?
I don't know, we have a lot of missions.
Yeah.
you do have a lot of missions.
Something about Frank.
Frank.
He's been mentioned before.
Yeah, wait, is that the...
There's a faction called
faction,
Frank
yeah.
as well, spelled the same.
Coincidence? I think not.
Well, that group you know is a group of lizard men, and Frank Mandred. Well, you don't know what he is, but you know he works for Vigor.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, task the pair to convince the lizardmen Sorin of the faction Frank to support Queen Ines' claim to the throne. Okay. So that's not the same thing.
But these guys want to kill. No, these guys want to kill Frank the person.
Yes.
So is Frank the person in charge of Frank the faction?
Not that you're aware. You could ask him.
Hey, guy. That.
We really don't know too much about that faction, Frank, but there's a couple of them in here.
Where?
The lizardmen.
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
I see him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's only 2 of them.
Okay. So, if we were to get you out of here, what would be the first thing you'd do?
Get us out of the bar or out of the city.
Out of the bar.
Tazanki looks down, just doesn't seem to have an answer. And Christoph Pearl says, well, I guess we would try to find a way to get into the barracks to kill Frank, but we don't even know if he's in there, and it was so heavily guarded when we first arrived. I don't know if that's possible.
How much?
So you want to get into the barracks?
We want to figure out if he's even in there. Supposedly there's a laboratory in there, but we don't know. This is what we were told by Winnegar.
Now, in this city, it's patrolled by Forte guards?
When you walk through, you did observe some things when you walked through the city. You observed there was a heavy presence of military. However, it's a little different than in Queensgrace. In Queensgrace, there was obvious sentries, especially once Stripe started burning down random houses and shit. It was obvious, like, sentries. But these are more, you see these soldiers all throughout the city, but they appear to be, like, not as disciplined. They're not, like, clean cut. They act and seem almost like brigands. And also, you notice...
Or like the NYPD.
And also, you notice that they seem very occupied with this particular activity. As you walk through through the city, on all these buildings, remember you went through that Valley shopping center, you walk past all the shops.
Everything was tagged with all the stupid sayings.
There was all the things tagged with the sayings, but something I neglected to mention.
That we didn't notice.
That you did see. I just neglected to mention it because I was flustered with all these notes that I haven't read in 3 years. Something I did mention was that you noticed this poster. This poster was like everywhere.
Oh, okay.
The poster is a sigil, but you notice that the guards are constantly
100%.
They were constantly like tearing down this poster, like as you just walked through the town. You just saw like nonchalant these guards ripping one down, all throughout the marketplace, all throughout the shopping center. And it was a sigil of a light blue background with a golden crown.
Isn't that Queen Ines?
No, you've never seen this before. No. Queen Ines is the little rookery with the flame.
Oh, write that down, Queensgrace.
You can write it on there if you want. You've never seen this before, but it seemed like they were all very occupied ripping this poster down. It was everywhere.
All right, I'll mention that to Zonky, why they would be ripping a poster down.
I think that that poster represents some group that Vigor's cross with, some kind of group they consider to be rebels. I know they arrested somebody from that group too pretty recently, but I don't really know too much about it.
How do you spell Ines?
Ines.
How much clothes do you boys have?
We have enough left for about 15 more days to stay here. They charge us 5 gold a night, so 15 times 5.
Have you tried bribing a god to take you out?
No.
They seem to be very undisciplined here.
That's
It
true.
would seem very easy that corruption kind of lays within inside the...
Hide your sigils and see if you can bribe some gods to take you out.
Or perhaps you give us some of the gold and we'll go get some bribes for you.
Roll a persuasion. DC's 10. He's not going to be easy to...
Do you remember your points?
Yeah, I have a 5. 18.
Okay. How much gold do you think you'll need for something like that?
15 times 5 is like 90? Right? No. Bad at math. 15 times 5, 2, 4...
75?
Why don't you make it an even
75, yeah.
100? 20 gold. We'll try to get 5 people, 20 gold each.
100? We only have 75. I can give you what we have.
75 should do then.
Okay. And he reaches into his pouch and he hands it to you and he says, just so you know, giving you all my gold, I won't have enough to stay for another night, so they might kick us out on the morrow.
What time is it now?
I think you guys got here early in the morning, I believe. So it's still very early.
Okay.
All you did was walk through the city.
Who is it you see every night for room and board?
Lorgan, behind the bar. He runs the place.
The bartender?
Yeah.
That guy is very frazzled.
He's very busy. He does a lot. There's a lot of customers here.
How's the food here?
It's great. He runs a great ship, honestly. He is excellent.
I mean, you look like you put on a couple pounds.
Yeah, maybe I did get a little flabby.
So they'll continue talking, and while they're talking, Vekni's going to, again, look across the bar, and she's going to focus on this table. Who's sitting here?
They're all wearing sleigh colors. Do you want me to describe what they look like?
Would we have met them?
You've never met any of them.
Okay.
Slaves from Queensgrace.
Yep.
Led by Queen Ines.
You wrote that on the thing.
I remember that now.
There you go.
Vekni takes another shot of whiskey. And these two are very menacing looking.
Oh, are they menacing looking? I mean, they're armored.
Their minis are.
They're armored.
So are we gonna
Want me to describe
Are we
them?
gonna go table to table?
No, I'm
You
just
can.
trying
Their sigil is that brown snake on the purple background.
Okay.
That's their
Why does
sigil.
I feel like I know that one?
I don't think you've seen it.
And Honesty's up on stage playing.
He's up by himself, yeah. He's
Why
on
don't,
stage.
why don't
playing.
we do this real quick, just for the sake of this shit? So these are the blood mists, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
These are the waitress.
Yeah, there's 2 waitresses just...
Where is the are we
They're very
aware of
busy.
the Blood Mist location? Like main location?
I think, aren't they like a band of bandits and shit?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think they.
If you want to roll a history, I could tell you what you've learned about their...
higher intelligence.
I can tell what you learned about their origins and maybe where they're from.
You said intelligence?
History.
History?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, +6. 17.
17? Okay. You recall that they said they were from the region called the Abandoned. And while they did tell you the specific city, you don't recall.
Blood Mists, they're a band of bandits, region of the Abandoned.
Oh, thank you.
So we have.
We try to
one-
get crunk?
We have 1.
That is 1.
Takes a lot to get me drunk.
You know because you kind of are serving them, sort of. You know they are from the Kingdom of Un, and that their base in Dovah was your starting location to the south.
How do you spell Un? UN?
UUN.
U-U-N?
Akasho.
Kingdom of Un. What?
And you know that their camp it's where you started the campaign. That's their camp.
And they're invaders.
Camp
They're invading
is,
the kingdom.
Camp is where?
Down at the south.
What's the name of it?
It just says I think it just says one encampment or outpost. That's where Winter gave you your missions and Lord Wield gave you your missions and all that.
Wield this dick.
Do we know who the leader is?
King 1.
Makes it easy.
You never met him though.
You know, when we were coming here from Queensgrace, we noticed this creature, this humanoid, flying on a horse, a flaming horse. Do you know anything of that?
I know I've seen him before as well. I know he has something to do with the government, but I don't know anything about him.
Was the government here?
Yeah, when you walked into the city, all those statues you saw, one of them was of him. There's those 6 statues or 7 statues or whatever.
So if one is from the Kingdom of Un and their camp is in the outpost, and they're invaders, why are they in Vigor Valley City and why is Vigor Valley City like theirs?
It's not.
So-
no. The one is just these guys.
Yes.
These 3 guys. They're not. They don't. Forte has Vigor Valley City.
Okay, so
Correct.
which one's Forte?
It's the spear.
This one's Forte.
Forte is a branch of Vigor. Yeah.
Branch of
Yeah, the Vigor sigil is a different sigil. You've seen it, but it's not represented in the bar.
F-O-R-T?
F-O-R-T-E.
Like the restaurant on Route 10.
Yes, it's spelled exactly like that.
It's a pretty good restaurant. They got good food.
This is the Vigor sigil, which you've seen, but it's not in the bar.
It's weird that it's on the bar.
There's just no tables of
Was it
Vigor.
on the outside of the building?
In the town, you've seen that sigil, you've seen the Forte sigil, and you've seen the Blue Rose sigil all throughout the town.
The blue rose is smile your something.
No, it's the Forte.
Oh, I don't remember. Sorrow for tomorrow.
So Forte is from Vigor Valley City, branch of 1,
Nope.
Vigor.
Branch of vigor.
branch of Vigor.
As you walk through the city, you saw.
Do we know of any leader of Forte?
Yes, you met Karagonda last session, who
Yeah.
said he was one of their leaders, and you've heard from multiple people that Frank Mandrake is one of the leaders.
Oh, and they want to kill Frank Mandrake.
Yes.
Oh shit! He probably like a high level,
alright,
lots
so-
of XP. We
All right,
should
so
go get
Frank Mandrake and what? How do you spell the other one?
Karagonda.
Karaganda.
So leader Frank Mandrake and Karagonda.
So you saw on those posts throughout the city, sadness and sorrow today and tomorrow. Despair and sorrow will fill your heart. The sun shines its rays for all of our days. Smile its forte. And anger and madness, fear and fury.
They're so emotional.
Those are the signs that you
Do
see.
we know this one yet?
No. You've never seen it before being in a bar. You've seen it before. I'm not sure that you know what it is. I think you probably don't.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it in the pile of stuff we don't know.
Yeah, Surf's Tavern. That's where that was. You saw that in Surf's Tavern. And the guy that was in Surf's Tavern was raped by Stripe and then murdered. So,
Surfs or surfs?
No, that's
Serb-
that's just the tavern that we saw it at.
Oh, okay.
the tavern that you guys burned down.
Gotcha.
I don't remember
All
if you saw it or
right.
not.
So we have Slay from Queensgrace, Queen Ines. Forte is from Vigor Valley City, branch of Vigor. Leader Frank Mandrid and Karagonda. One is the Kingdom of Un. Camp is at the one outpost led by King
We got
One.
3 viewers.
And these are
Hell yeah.
invaders. And then Blood Mists, a band of bandits from the region of the Abandoned. Okay, and those are pretty much the 4 we've met.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, and it's easy to identify now.
Good.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, which is fine.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There's a lot. I don't think we should see everybody, but
You don't have to. See who you're interested in seeing.
I think the Purple
How
Knight.
were we here for?
I think the Purple Knight is a good person to
Oh,
talk to. I mean, we've seen the pictures of him, but we know that there is no sigil of any kind.
There's no sigil.
So that may be a good person to want to talk to.
I'm going to excuse myself from the table and walk back up to the bartender, Lorgan.
Okay.
And we, excuse me, sir.
He seems very flustered and just
hang out with
busy.
him, too.
Would you want another drink? Here. And he grabs a whiskey and puts on the table. 1 gold.
What can I get for 75 gold? Can you imagine? I'm looking.
I can give you a menu, I guess.
Vekni goes, Lord Karaganda
What is that menu?
told us to come see you and that you would take care of us.
He narrows his eyes and he says, roll a deception, actually.
I'm not lying. He said it last session when we
roll
got all his soldiers drunk.
So he narrows his eyes and roll a persuasion. He does because he actually doesn't believe you initially.
Don't count on me to save you.
And I'll
Oh,
be the
shit.
18
18?
plus persuasion plus 4, 22.
I believe your words, but I don't know why Karagonda would ask you to come see me. That seems odd. He's filth, this Karagonda.
I cannot agree or disagree. I only met him a few days ago.
Well, what for what? What do you want? What does he want?
Why is Karagonda filth? He, after all, is from the city.
Isn't he one of your rulers?
He rules the city.
Do you typically speak of your leaders as such?
Especially to strangers.
It is well known, even amongst their
See,
ranks.
I remembered that because of the thing.
Yeah. It is well known, even amongst their ranks, that I despise Vigor.
Okay.
But they permit me to do business here.
Well,
It was part of our deal.
They hold no space in my heart either.
But what did Karagonda want? I don't.
He told me to let you know that for you to set us up.
Oh, to set you up. Would you guys need? I guess you guys need a room like all these other refugees. It's weird that he wouldn't have executed you, but
Well, we got his soldiers drunk for free.
well,
Kind of like what you're doing.
who am I to speak on what that incompetent ruler does? He is a fool. It's well known.
I'll drink to that. Most rulers are,
And
especially Joe Biden.
as you can tell, some of us have friends in high places, and some of us have friends in low ones.
What up, friends?
He pauses for a minute. He actually stops. He actually stops working and pauses for a minute and actually looks you up and down. And he says, "You have the look of a noble about you. Well, where do you hail from?
Felden. What's the name of the kingdom?
They are in now?
No.
No,
The continent.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. That's what I was
Thaddeus.
thinking of. That's what I was thinking.
Thaddeus. Yes, I am from Ferelden. It is on the continent
Yeah, of Thaddeus.
of Thaddeus.
Well, what brings you here? It's strange to come so far. Did you come for the war?
The war. Does it look like I'm ready for war?
No.
I've come here to soil my royal oats, to experience what life has, to drink with friends. Hence why I'm in your bar.
And while he's talking, I'm just going to use shape water to put a shot in my mouth.
He's noticeably impressed. Oh, where'd you learn to do that?
Something I picked up over the years.
Well, I appreciate that you've come to patronize my bar, but I don't think this is the best time. We're all in quarantine. This is a miserable place to be right now.
What is the quarantine for?
Well, apparently our rulers decided that we're in open war now. Everyone that doesn't represent Vigor is arrested on sight. Everyone that's a soldier. That's why it's so strange to me that you guys were permitted by Karagonda to come here. I do believe you, which is strange.
We are not soldiers.
He looks you up and down. He goes, "You look like some kind of a vagabond or
That does not make
You're
me
armed.
soldier. Of
In
course
my
I
bar.
am.
In my bar.
Have we seen Vigor banners?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, they're
Ever?
outside. They're outside.
What do they look
It
like?
was
though?
every other.
But
He has it.
but-
The red skull with a crown on it.
So the banners that you've seen on the walls
Outside was
outside,
Forte and Vigor. Every
that,
other.
and then every other banner is that, and then it alternates with like he said, the skulls.
Yeah, can I get that one?
Okay, but they're not there.
That's fine.
No, that's fine, but just to remember who we've met before. Because this is Vigor,
Yes, that's the Vigor sigil.
and Vigor resides in Forte as well.
Yeah.
Because Forte is a branch of Vigor.
You've only really seen on the soldiers themselves. You've only seen that Forte sigil. You haven't seen that Vigor sigil. The only person you've ever seen with that sigil was that half orc that flew over you with the flaming horse.
So where is Vigor, or is this just the city of Vigor?
I mean, where is Vigor?
Vigor Valley City.
You're in Vigor Valley City.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Where's like the capital?
yeah,
You don't know.
so we don't know that.
Don't forget, you were in one region of Dovah.
Yeah,
There was
so, like,
multiple regions.
Origin unknown. But so far from what we know,
You know the capital of Dovah is called Loriston. You've heard that multiple times. But you don't know like where it is or anything about it really.
Loriston?
Loriston. Loriston.
And they have branches.
Vigor has branches. I don't believe you know the names of them except for Forte.
No, the only ones that we know of so far are Forte.
Would it be like Vigor is the United States and Forte is Texas, something like that? Or is it
Kind of.
okay?
Not exactly.
Vekni is going to respond to him saying that she looks like a vagabond. She goes, "No, I'm no vagabond. I am a pirate. I've been on the seas for over 40 years.
Well, you're far from the sea.
Well, I know it's time to stretch my legs. I came ashore with my two boys and kind of separated ways.
You think that you come here looking for them? You think they're here?
No, they're not here. They're last we saw them, they were at Queensgrace.
Speaking of who's here, you've met a whole bunch of people. You've met people who represent different factions all over these lands. Who is that over there? And I kind of like point over to the corner of the Knight in Purple.
And why do they have their horses in a bar?
It's something I've even from back in the day before Vigor Valley City existed, when I ran Lorgan's Tavern in Loriston. I've always permitted people to bring their war horses and whatever they want in here, as long as no one fights. That's my only rule. My rule is no fighting in my bar. Aside from that, I have no issue with it.
The horses defecate and urinate.
Well, the people that bring them in are responsible.
You don't have a
You'll be
shit
surprised
shoveler?
at how well they listen.
You don't have a shit shoveler?
Like an employee that shovels the shit of my patrons? Absolutely not.
I mean, you could make a lot of money if you were to charge them
Charge by the shit.
per pound of sheet.
It's something. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. It's not really something I've ever thought of. It's not a terrible idea. The way it works now, essentially, is if someone's not taking care of their animal and they're making a mess, I kick them out.
Well, I guess it's good that we put our horses in the stable so we don't have to worry about cleaning up the sheet.
Of course.
You'd be welcome to bring them in if you wanted. I would have no issue with
I
it.
don't want to clean up the sheet.
Do I look like someone who cleans up shit?
Looks you up and down again and says, "You look like the kind of person that wouldn't be in a bar like this."
Unfortunately, like I said, made friends in low places too.
You're new to the city. I can tell. Are you
that
sure?
obvious?
Yes, it's very obvious. Are you sure that this is the place you want to be, young man, and not
How old are you?
Like 25, pretty young.
and not Dan Carr's Fine Dining? My wife runs that place. That's more to your taste, I would imagine.
Dan Carr's Fine Dining, you say?
It's very exclusive.
Very exclusive, you say. Ooh.
Well, I mean, that would be tough for someone who is broke.
It's on there.
Shut up. I'll get my dad to send me money.
I need money. You canceled my credit cards.
So again, who is that in the purple?
I actually don't know his name. He's very quiet. He just kind of sits in the corner and stares at the other table.
What table
Kinda
does he
creepy.
stare at?
Just take a look over him and follow his gaze. You'll see. So when you look over, you observe he's staring at a table of appears to be some kind of like a mage. this guy with these green and white clothes, and he has these like battle talons looking things on his sword belt. And then there's a what are they called?
I have no idea.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, those things. The things that...
Tabaxi.
Penises.
Tabaxi.
No, I thought you were thinking of penises.
Oh, I mean, I was.
And that table, they have that sigil of that marijuana leaf.
In which table is that? Oh, right there.
Yeah. Okay. Only tabaxi in the bar.
I guess one of my last questions for you, if you don't mind, sir. Are there any other lords or nobles residing in this bar at this moment that you know of?
There are some knights in here.
People of my kind.
Lords? He gives a scan. No, there's a few knights. That's all I see. Knights and soldiers.
I had a question, but I completely forgot what it was. Where are we on this map?
You're in
I see
Lorgan's
it.
Tavern.
Yeah, I see it.
You walked through that Valley shopping center. You walked through there, and that's where Tiger Keg was.
GFEPH.
Yeah, there's a key in the top right.
Ah. Oh,
That's
look
where
at
the valley
you. Look at you.
The shopping center, because they're all close together, those buildings.
Would it have been easier to put J as the jeweler?
I didn't think about it.
Maybe S for
I made it in one night. It took me hours, but I did it.
Yeah, remember when I was here and made it took hours
You know,
to do
W
that,
could have been great for wand right.
What was it? W? Yeah, I guess that could have worked, but
Yeah, but that's
I
not how
didn't think of
keys work.
Yeah. Not how Dan works either.
But Kevin, it was just like when you did it, where it's like when you start working on it, like it's a pain in the ass, but like you really can't just leave it like half done. Like, you
It's
can't.
just like, oh, it's starting to look really cool.
Yeah.
Where do you see Lord's Tavern?
Lorgan's.
It's right in the left bottom corner, the big building.
There it is. Lorgan's.
Lorgan's, yeah.
And what was the name of the restaurant? Is that on the map?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
right there, the purple building in the middle.
Purple building in the middle. Dan Carr's Fine Dining.
Now, as that we have no sieges, we should be free to walk amongst the city without worrying about being arrested, correct?
I can't promise you that. It seems like Forte is very inconsistent with how they enforce their rules. Also, just looking at you, you appear to be some kind of a soldier, and he appears to be some kind of a noble.
Well, I mean,
I can't imagine they would let you just walk around unaccosted forever.
I could always say I'm his bodyguard.
And you'd have to explain who he is. And they would have a lot of questions. They would probably detain you. They're not very reasonable here.
Are there any that accept their pockets to be lined?
What are you asking me?
Are there any that can be bribed?
Have you looked at these soldiers that they have?
Literally just walked in the city.
Right. Well, if you take a look, it's very obvious that they're not the finest, most full of integrity soldiers that you've seen in any kingdom. They're not impressive. I'm sure most of them could be bribed.
This city seems to be pretty big, you would say?
I'd say it's the biggest city in our region.
How long do you think it takes to walk from one end to another?
I don't know, half hour?
It's good to know.
There are a lot of soldiers. There are a lot of soldiers that are probably looking to get out of here.
I'm sure they are, and they don't want to get arrested.
Yeah, there might be a good business for you too, to find some sleazy guards that are willing to take gold and you take a percentage.
No, I don't want to do business with Forte and even their low-level men. I don't trust them. I don't respect them. I want nothing to do with them. They let me run my city. They didn't execute me when they took over from my great uncle. I don't want anything to do with them.
That's fair too. How long have you been in this city?
Since it was formed about 9 years ago.
Oh, so this city is new.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a source system?
Yeah.
So you were here since it was formed. Do you know anybody that would know the layout of the sewer?
Yeah. I believe the armorer's son actually works for the city. I believe he's an employee. Does like the utilities and does helps clean the sewers and stuff like that. He works in there, I'm pretty sure. I don't know his name.
Does he have, does the armorer have the same feelings that you do towards Forte?
I really don't know him well.
Perhaps we should go speak with the armorer and his son. Because we can make a pretty penny getting some of these soldiers out.
Could make a pretty penny getting some of these soldiers out.
I mean, fuck Forte, right?
You don't intend on
Fuck Forte.
traveling the sewers again, do you?
I mean, I can clean myself, it's no big deal.
And also, fuck Blackwing. He's a piece of shit too. Can't stand that fucking guy.
Well, who is Blackwing?
The douchebag over there, and he points to the back of the bar. Points at the the table with the two heavily armored guys. That they have the sigil of the brown snake. He's pointing at the heavily armored, all black armor guy that has
The purple mace?
He has two. Maybe his model does, but he actually has two axes with really long handles on his sword belt. Or I'm sorry, strapped across his back.
Where are they from?
Those guys are from Chaos.
Chaos.
You know, Chaos prevails, or whatever the fuck they say. Fucking douchebags.
Why does that sound familiar?
It does sound really familiar.
Rothschild was from Chaos.
Ah, okay.
He's the only one.
Chaos?
That's Chaos.
CAOS?
Did I know he was from Chaos?
He did say it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he had sigil on him though, or anything. He was a prisoner.
Who's Rothschild?
He was a cute guy that Prince Stripe and I killed by accident. He was in the prisons and...
Was he like a key guy in Chaos?
I think so. It's been a long time. I don't remember. Was he important?
Do you remember how you killed him?
Yeah. What's his face fell on him. Prince fell on him.
Yeah, but it was like, wasn't it like a 120-foot fall or something?
Let's see. Rothschild was locked up in prison. Serves Hainesworth. So he worked for Hainesworth. Hainesworth is the Messiah to the cult. Rothschild. Oh, so yeah.
So I wrote Chaos, Rothschild is dead, serves Hainesworth.
Hainesworth is the leader.
Hainesworth.
Why do you have a problem with Blackwing? He's a patron.
He's very arrogant and pompous, and just whenever you talk to him, it feels like he's talking down to you, patronizing you, and he thinks he's better than you. Can't fucking stand him. He pays.
So it's gold.
His gold is good. He doesn't break my rules, but I don't like him.
Does Chaos fall under the you step outside, you get arrested?
Yeah, I would imagine that Forte considers them to be an open war. You don't know about what happened?
I'm not from here.
I can give you a quick rundown. Essentially, this army called One came here, and they marched right through Pridecutter Keep, where the lions are, and the lions are supposed to be allies of Vigor. They're not supposed to let anybody through without Karaganda's permission, but they did. So then Karaganda and his army, they came, cut the bridge out, so no one could get out of the fringe, our region. No one could get out.
That's somewhere over here.
Yeah, the bridge is on the top there.
Then when most of the One army gone, they set up camp a little bit north of the One encampment. They're gonna attack it and kill all those One guys, all those lords and stuff from One. But unluckily for them, at the same time, they got hit from the east by Slay and from the west by FRANC and Chaos. And there was this big battle. Everyone was attacking Forte. Forte lost tons of soldiers. That's why they're doing all this martial law shit, and that's why they consider themselves to be at war with all these other factions now. Because of them getting attacked.
So
They stole some keys or some shit from Karaganda. He's all pissed off about it.
So it seems like if Forte was destroyed, all this martial law would come down.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, good luck.
where is there
They say Forte has 10,000 troops in the city.
Oh well, that could be tough.
Good luck.
Which is only led by two people,
Yep,
Now
Frank Mandrid and Karaganda.
that's right.
that they are the ones that run the city.
They do.
And where do they live?
Karaganda is usually going out bullying people all throughout the fringe, but Frank Mandrid has a laboratory in the barracks. I would imagine he's probably in there doing whatever the fuck he does. I don't know.
Like Marigold Mandrid's dad kind of thing? Or son?
Her parents were already dead, if you remember, though.
Yeah. And this is how many years after
This is
that?
25 years later.
Maybe he's a brother
or something.
uncle, brother.
Is there anything remarkable about this Frank Mandrick? Because I met Kergand and he was a big guy, right?
He was big, heavily armored. Yep. He had the demon face,
right?
Great helm.
This guy seems more like a chemist kind of person. He's in his
Is
laboratory.
he a mage or some kind of...
I don't know anything about him being able to fight. I know he does some kind of experiments or something. I don't know. I know. I've heard from some of the soldiers that have come in here that he has these just weird, futuristic-looking materials that are just very queer and out of place. That he does, and he does something with some kind of a special potion or something he's trying to make. I really don't know too much about it.
And you said he's in the barracks?
I believe so. That's where his laboratory is. He also has a university near the city hall, but I don't think he goes there that often.
Now, how you say that the guards are not very disciplined.
No.
Let me ask you a stupid question.
Okay.
If the soldiers in here were to lose their sigils and hide their weapons, do you think they would be bothered?
If they did not have weapons and did not have sigils or armor or anything like that, I think they would mostly be able to exit the city unaccosted, except for the fact that they might be detained and be forced to pay a bribe.
Oh.
Just like because essentially since the city was founded, and especially since Karaganda has been out of control lately, all these Forte soldiers, they've been just brutalizing the populace here, just extorting them for money for no reason, threatening them, beating them up, raping the women. They're terrible people.
Who is their direct supervisor? I want to talk to the manager.
Are you Karen? Well,
It was Karen, not Sorin, the whole time.
It would be Frank Mandrin, I guess.
So they
Karaganda's usually out.
So they report right to the top. There's not another
Like other captains and stuff?
Lieutenants, captains.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that guy is some kind of he points over to this table of people with Forte colors. They're all tieflings. And one of them was wearing this really fine orange armor and looks like he's like kind of in charge. So Lorgan points to them. He says, "Yeah, those guys over there, that one tiefling with the orange armor, he's some kind of a leader, I think. But I don't really know. He kind of creeps me out. I don't talk to him too much.
I can probably convince him to get us out of here.
Well, it's not us that need help getting out.
Get all of us out of here.
Okay. What is that? Over in the back corner?
No.
Oh, right here. The orange.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have most of these patrons been here?
They've been trapped here for about a month, almost all of them. The only ones that are kind of new are, you got the, let's see, those guys with the blue and orange, with the Dragonborn at the head of the table. Those guys are kind of new. They've been here just a couple days. He's looking over. Yeah, like I said, the Forte guys, they come every couple days and then they leave. I think they live in the city. And then he points in the back corner and he goes, and then those guys back there, you got those orcs with that one human knight. They're all wearing blood mist sigils, but they claim not to be blood mist. I don't really know what's going on with them, but they kind of just arrived yesterday.
Okay. And what of the slave soldiers?
They've been here for about a month. They would definitely be arrested and executed. They would not be able to just take their sigils off and their arms and stuff. Forte has been in here looking at them and bothering them. They know they're here. They're waiting for them to leave. They plan to arrest them.
About the one soldiers too?
I would imagine so. They haven't been paying as much attention to them, but they seem kind of dopey, if you ask me.
Well, you're not wrong.
Well, perhaps we can get Slay and One to work together.
You asking Lorgan? I don't give a fuck.
Is
Whatever.
there an entrance to the sewer close by?
No. There's only one entrance to the sewer, and it's nowhere near here. It's literally on the opposite side of the city.
There's no storm drains?
Well,
No,
So
there was
Lorgan's
there was
Tavern
only
is there, and the front gate is right there. So if everyone wanted to just leave, the only thing they have to pass through is the Valley Shopping Center.
So if you actually look at the map, So you see where the Forte Barracks is on the right.
Yes.
If you look to the left of the front gate, there's 2 other buildings like that you could surmise probably have a lot of troops in them.
Okay.
They're like fortifications on the walls.
Forte Barracks, front gate. Gotcha. Okay. We need to find
I think
someone who's in charge.
A soldier? I mean, a captain or something?
Yes.
Well,
Someone who has brass women's ranks.
Lauren says that the guy in the orange has a table. Might be
I'm thinking that we just try to create as many allies as we can, and even like frenemies. Tell them, hey, listen, let's just work together, get the collective group out of here.
Yeah, but even if you get everybody to work together, there's still 10,000 soldiers in the city.
I don't need to fight anybody out. What I need is to convince one captain to get us out of here, and to tell his men to back down.
Or we kill him.
Well, I can use that suggestion.
I can stick a dynamite up his butt.
Or, for 8 hours, he just gets us out of here.
Oh yeah.
And with my 5 on my thing, he'll fail.
I think we got a plan.
I think we got a plan.
But we should collect all the money first.
Of course.
Extortion!
Magic items. Hey, listen, we're gonna get everybody out of here. But if you plan on leaving, what do you got?
If you want us to get you out, you gotta pay the piper.
Pay the piper.
You gotta pay the piper.
Pay the piper. I'm not really a monetary value kind of guy. I'm more of like a favors, relationships, and
Money.
well, what do you got that does magic?
I like money.
I could care less. I've grown up in money. Even though I don't have any. Just tell Daddy to owl me some.
You know, if you guys did plan to go buy that armorer, I got a little bit of interesting information about that.
Well, go ahead.
This guy arrived in Vigor Valley City a few years ago. He claimed to be a member of some kind of a mercenary band that nobody ever heard of or cared about. FRANC manager put him to work and quickly discovered a man was very talented at crafting fine armor. The man's friendly and fun to drink with. He comes here sometimes, but he's always insisting that he comes from the past and he thinks that we're living like 25 years in the future or something like that. It gets really annoying. But he is basically the head armorer's like number one man. Like he does a lot of the work for the head armorer. It's interesting.
What is his name?
I don't know.
It's be Brett's dwarf.
I don't know his name.
Is he a dwarf?
No, he's a human.
Oh, damn. No, I took a shot.
So he's a human, head armor, and he thinks that
He works for the head armorer.
He works for the head armor, and he thinks that he's living in the future.
Yeah. He thinks that he claims that he's from the past and that we're living in the future now or something. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense.
Where is the armor?
It's at the Valley Shopping Center.
The Valley. Oh, right there. That wasn't the guy we were supposed to see, was it?
No,
I have no
that was
idea.
blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
It would, yeah. An armorer probably would have done a better job than a blacksmith.
There's also a
the
jeweler.
jeweler would have been the best choice.
She told you to go see Tiger Keg.
We did. Well, I think we should make our rounds.
I think so as well.
So let's head over to Slay first, since we are familiar with them. Well, thank you, Lorgan, and I'll grab the bottle of whiskey.
No problem.
We're gonna head over to the sleigh table.
Okay. You see an ebony human knight, so like a dark skin.
That guy we met at the...
No.
No?
No,
You can say black.
Yeah.
Black guy.
a black knight.
Oh, he's a black knight.
Yo!
He's wearing,
Black knight.
he's wearing the blue and pink armor, blue, pink, and white of sleigh.
And here I thought
he's got a horse next to
He
him.
was progressive.
You also see another human that's heavily
Pink
armored
is pretty progressive.
sitting, and he has a sword in his hilt that appears to be lightly glowing.
I want it.
And you also see a high elf in a cloak. They're all wearing sleigh colors.
Is there a seat at the table?
Yeah.
Vekni will walk over, pull out the seat, sit down, take a drink, and be like, "Hello, boys."
The man with the glowing sword says, "Can I help you?"
Oh, we actually just came from Queen Ines herself.
And I think the question is, can we help you?
That's a good question.
What are you offering?
Are you trying to get out of here?
Perhaps you're not trying to get out of here, and you can leave whenever you'd like. Is that the case?
Vekni will shape water a shot.
They all look down and they're all just silent and they don't answer you.
Well, I guess if you don't want a way out of here, then we are wasting our time.
The high elf in the cloak says we can't leave yet.
Why?
We still have work to do.
What is it you have to do?
And he just shakes his head.
Do I have anything from Queen Ines that would... I don't know if I have anything from Queen Ines.
The Black Knight leans over to Sorin and he says,
I want to fuck.
"Listen, if you guys go over and talk to the guys at the Chaos table, do me a favor. Deliver a message to Blackwing. Tell him that Sir Adonis says, go fuck yourself."
Would that be you?
That would be me.
Well, Mr.
He's a
Adonis.
douchebag.
You know, the bartender says the same thing.
About Blackwing? That doesn't surprise me.
So, we were just at Queen Ines's banquet. Was it less than a week ago?
Definitely less than a week.
What banquet were you talking about?
Well, and then she'll tell how she, Roland, and was Vess? Yeah, and Vess helped save the children, and they threw a banquet for us.
A royal banquet.
A royal banquet. And I spent the night dancing with the queen.
Roll a persuasion, your DC is 20.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to use my inspiration, because that was a crit one.
Well,
Inspiration does.
You roll with advantage. Or you get to re-roll or something like that. Nope. That's an 8.
the Black Knight says, "A fine tale, but I find it hard to believe that happened."
If I pull out that spell scroll that I got from Queensgrace, would that have any kind of like
Camembert?
Yeah, from Lord Cannonbert. Would that have anything on it?
There's no like sleigh insignia on it or anything. But if you want to try to convince them that you got it from Camembert, you could try.
Yeah. So perhaps this will persuade you. And very like arrogantly, I kind of like take the scroll and I go.
The high elf with the robes says, "Where did you get that?"
I got this from Lord Cannonbert. He is a fine magician,
Lord Camembert taught me everything that I know.
and he has taught me quite a bit as well. And I'm going to take the scroll and I'm going to roll it back up.
Did you purchase it? How did you obtain it from him?
He gave it to me.
Well, let me ask you, did he give it to you?
Didn't you just say he gave it to you?
No, I think it was one of his illusions that gave it to me. So I'll tell them that. I'll tell them that he is a fine magician, and I believe it was one of his illusions, one of his many illusions that gave it to me.
The man's, the high elf's eyes go wide. He goes, "Oh, so you have met him. What's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Idlewild."
Hello, Idlewild.
Idlewild. Are you, and you're a fellow magician as well, I would gather?
Could gather that of sorts, absolutely.
Well, let me ask you, if you are friends with our queen, perhaps you could do something to help us. As Phoenix mentioned, we aren't prepared to leave the city yet. There is something that we must do first.
What is that?
Well, soon, Slay will be ready to move north into King Lorian's Valley. And Lord Shilter and Queen Ines have their eyes set on Seng Citadel, We believe that there may be some documents and tomes there that can help us and help Lord Camembert with his research. If you could help clear the way into the valley, I'd be very grateful. I'm sure our queen would be as well.
That's the valley to the bridge.
Yeah. You see, we need a base of operations closer to the capital if the queen and Slay are to take it.
So we gotta clear out.
Wait, hold on.
Cutter Keep.
So, wouldn't you need to get out of the city to perform this task? So why wouldn't you want us to help you get out of the city?
Well, there are keys that are required to enter into the labyrinth beneath Pridecutter Keep.
Was those the keys that were stolen from Karaganga?
Yes. And while it's true that I don't believe that any of the keys are here, he looks over to the chaos table and he looks over, you see him lean slowly and look over to the lizardmen and goes, I believe that some of the men in this bar might know where they are.
Well, we are trying to find allies to come with us so we can get you out.
What's
So
your
let
plan?
us figure out the minor details, and then once we get it all figured out, we'll bring it to you.
I saw that titty bounce.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Anything else, Sorin?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. What is your name?
Sorin.
I'm Vekni Avamque, and she tips her hat.
It's a pleasure. Sir, the one that he described as Sir Adonis. You
Sir Adonis is the black guy.
Yeah, he's a
Black
knight.
Knight.
He gives like he stands and gives like a little bow, and then the guy that they had called Phoenix just gives a nod.
Sir Adonis Phoenix.
Phoenix, the guy with the glowing sword.
Show you a gold sword.
And what was the other guy's name? Idlewild.
Idlewild.
Gabagoo.
Idlewild.
Idlewild.
Are you boys a part of the Rangers?
Do we look like rangers? Of course not.
I don't know if that's the name of their soldiers or is they a special branch.
The rangers are led by Kevley and Greystone.
That name sounds very familiar. I mean, I met the man, but it sounds like I knew it from a while.
I don't know too much about his past, but
Do you know how he lost his nose?
yes, yeah, he tells the story often. Apparently, he was in a battle against Drow, and one of them killed him and took his nose. But his friends brought him back to life.
Thank God he had friends.
Yes. If his story is true, it seems a little far-fetched. But it is what he says.
What, that one can be brought back from the dead?
The whole tale was saving the world from vampires, and it's a whole big story. You could ask
We
him
know the
about it.
story of the Burning Fist, right? I know you do. Isn't that your mission?
Vekni doesn't.
Well, okay, yeah, that's probably true. Well, unless they said something.
Would I know the story?
Aren't you here?
You would know the story. Yes, you would know.
Yeah, because I'm sure Doken talked about it many times.
Sure
How he-
Doken
how
told
he-
you about it.
How he single-handedly saved the world.
How he stood up to that green dragon.
Let me ask you a serious question. Who writes history?
The winner.
The victor. The victor writes history, right?
Yep.
Who's left?
Okay.
I've heard Doken's side of the story.
Doken's side of the story is the history.
Yep.
That is the official history.
God damn it.
Fuck. Do you know these guys sitting behind us with the Dragonborn? Who have you spoken with?
Chaos. Frank.
So you know,
Frank?
you know of them.
Frank.
Like you know them personally.
I know. The one called Adonis. He goes, yeah, I know Blackwing. He's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Tell him I said he can fuck himself.
Well, if we're
Fucking
trying to
hate him.
get you guys out,
Perhaps we should just go see him first.
you see those boys over at, and she points over to the one table. You should go make acquaintance with good people, and I leave the bottle of whiskey on the table.
Roll persuasion. Your DC is 18.
Jesus.
17 plus
17 plus 4, baby.
They nod and stand and go to walk over.
And she'll look at Tazanki until he notices her gaze, and she just gives a nod and points to these guys as they head over.
He smiles and he stands to greet them, and you see them all like starting to talk.
Well, we are making friends.
I believe so. Let's go see
Dickwing
Dickwing. Yes.
leads the way.
Okay. So we're gonna head up to that table with the guys that are all. Yeah. His name's what? Blackwing.
That's what
sitting
you
there.
heard.
Menacingly. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Vekni, while you walk up, she'll be like, I'll be right back, and she'll go over to the bartender and grab another bottle.
Okay. You see two heavily armored men with brown snakes on their mostly purple armor. One has a sword and shield. The other, who were told by Lorgan is Blackwing, has two axes with very long handles strapped on his back.
So I'm gonna walk over in a very cocky demeanor. You know, I'm going to. Well, he's a cocky man. You know, you might respect it or hate it.
Cock me cock.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he's gonna, you know, kind of like walk over and kind of like greet him with like a joke almost. He's gonna say, "Is that an axe in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?"
Roll a performance.
7
A seven.
total.
Oof.
You didn't see it?
No, it didn't come up.
He looks over.
Oh wait, hold on. I have inspiration as well.
Okay.
So what does that do?
You just reroll.
Reroll. Inspiration. And you said performance?
Yes.
Ooh, I'll take my 7.
Oh.
You rolled a 6.
Both men look over to you, and the one that you believe is called Blackwing says, "Don't come over here acting like a fool."
And Vekni hears that and walks up with another bottle and be like, well, how about I come over here and offer you a drink?
Looks you up and down. What is this supposed to be? What do you want?
How long have you been trapped here?
It's none of your business why we're here or what we're doing.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Especially not when you travel with a fool like this.
If I may, the only reason I came over here was to tell
I don't
you-
want to hear you speak. You were a fool.
What was the name of the guy?
Adonis.
Adonis. Well, Adonis told you to go fuck yourself.
No, I don't respect him either. A bunch of fools in this bar. But you will see.
Yeah.
When we bring the world down with our chaos, and we crown Lord Hainesworth as the rightful ruler of Dovah.
Do you know Rothschild?
Yes. Why? He's one of our men.
I know. I spoke to him.
How
met him-
does he fare?
He is currently incarcerated in Queensgrace.
Did he seem in good spirits?
They don't know.
He was okay. He was well fed. He smelled a little.
Yeah, he usually does. The other guy, he actually pushes his chair out and he stands up and he kind of like gets real close to you guys. He's a lot bigger than Blackwing, and his armor, he's like a very, very like heavy full plate. And you notice on his like breast, you see this really strange little crest, and it looks almost like some kind of a piece of fruit with a little leaf. And he leans over and he goes, "Hey guys, I'm sorry for my friend. He gets a little uppity, but greetings. I'm Sir Trentham, the Knight of Peaches. The world could use a little chaos. How you guys doing? What's up? Just ignore him for now.
What is it? Lord Trenton?
Sir Trentham.
Oh, sir.
Oh, we have a sir.
I'm the Knight of Peaches. Yes.
We have a sir. Oh, well,
Peach Knight. He points at his.
so
You can call me Trent. I don't care.
so glad to be talking to a sir.
Yeah, we.
He's kind of a douchebag. Just
Well, I mean, that seems to be the consensus. No offense.
he looks over to you and just rolls his eyes.
And I go to him.
He flat tires you.
And I'll tell him some offense.
And Vekni will pop the top of the bottle and she'll use shape water to fill their glasses.
When you do that, Blackwing pushes his chair out, gets up, and just walks over to the bar. And doesn't say anything to you. He just leaves.
Well, I guess it's more for me, and I'll grab his cup and start drinking it.
Sir Trentham sits back down and he goes, "Well, what can I help you guys with? What's up?
Well,
Have you come to serve Lord Hainesworth? He's going to be the Messiah
I heard
of
he's
this
the Messiah.
of this entire plane.
I would have to meet him before I can dedicate my life to someone.
He's the most amazing man that I've ever met, and that you've yet to meet.
That's what Rothschild was telling.
Rothschild is right. He's a good man.
Yeah, I spoke with him in the prisons in like I was saying, in Queensgrace. I forget what he said he was locked up there for. They were digging out by Widow Falls or something.
Oh. I guess he did fail.
Yes, he did.
So, let me break it down to you real quick. Our leader, Lord Hainesworth, we believe everything this guy says. He is on point. He is wise. He is smart. He's amazing. He insisted that there was something dangerous behind Widow Falls and that we had to blow the entrance to this cave that's hidden behind the falls. Otherwise, the world could end. He sent Rothschild to do it, but I guess he failed.
He did.
Do you know what happened to his explosives that he brought?
Yes.
Where are they?
I opened my backpack. It's just full of dynamite.
Oh, excellent. Because yeah, we snuck into Frank Manager's laboratory. He's got lots of that stuff. There's plenty more there.
Of dynamite?
Yeah, and Rothschild was sent to blow the entrance to that cave. Do you think you guys could take care of it? I mean, Hainesworth said the world could end if we leave that entrance open.
Could you get us into Frank Mandrick's lab?
Well, you could. We could show you how we did it.
Okay. Listen, how long have you been strapped in this bar?
Well, we're not really trapped, but we'll let the authorities think that. But it's been about a month.
How are you not really trapped?
All these people here, he whispers to you, all these people here are retarded. You just take your armor off, remove all your weapons and stuff. You go, bribe one of these.
I've been here for 5 minutes and that's exactly what I said to do.
Well, these other guys can't figure it out, so
It's unbelievable.
we're hanging out here until we're done. Then we're gonna head back to Birdhaven.
I think we have a mission in Birdhaven.
Blackwing walks up behind Sorin, and he's got a drink in his hand, and he pokes Sorin in the back of his shoulder blade.
What I miss?
Blackwing poked you with a sword.
Why is he doing that?
He wants to kill you.
He wants to kill me?
No, he didn't say that. He just poked you in behind.
He tapped your shoulder.
He poked you in your shoulder.
Like, front to front?
Back.
Why is my back turned towards him?
Are you facing the table of the Chaos guys? Because Blackwing went to the bar, and now he's coming back.
Oh, I didn't know that he went into the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go like look over and see the sword, kind of like touching me.
It's not a sword. He just poked you with his finger.
Oh, he poked me with his finger. I thought he tapped me on his shoulder. Okay. So I'll turn around. Turn around.
He says, you know, you shouldn't be a message boy, and should let others speak for themselves. It's dangerous to deliver messages like that to the agents of chaos.
He's talking about calling him a douchebag.
Yeah. You know, one should really mind their manners and who it is they're speaking to. And last I checked, we are in an establishment where you can't do shit.
Well,
Lucky you.
Lucky me.
so Vekni's just gonna lean back on the table and look at the Lord of Peaches and be like,
He's a knight.
my money sounds a big guy.
So, someone will then say, unfortunately for you, it seems like you need me.
For what? What can you do except act like a fool?
Well, as a fool, I can walk in and out of this establishment however I please. It seems like you are stuck here.
Oh, he missed that
Wow,
part.
so impressive.
Why would I miss?
You're so
They
impressive.
said they figured out how to get in and out. They're not really trapped.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're just amazing.
God damn it. Shit.
Well, you just talked yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
Vekni's gonna take another sip out of Blackwing's cup and just watch.
Okay. So fighting's not allowed here, right?
You were told that if anyone fights, that they'll be thrown out. Blackwing says to the other Chaos guy, he says, Trent, are we done with these people? Can we shoo them off, or do you still need to talk to them? He goes, hold on, Blackwing, hold on for a minute. We're talking business here.
Yes. Well, at least it seems one of you is a polite, courteous person.
Blackwing looks over to Trentham and he says, yeah, Trent's a fool too. You kind of pick up that these guys might not like each other that much.
Well, Trent, what is your feeling towards Forte?
Well, we are at war with them. I really don't have any ill will, especially for them. I have no personal grudge against them, but I know that my lord Hainesworth, he wants to rule the kingdom, and Forte has to fall for that to happen. So,
True.
I'll do whatever my lord desires.
What if I said that there are people in this bar that were sent here specifically to take out Frank Mandrake?
I mean, I think that's fine. That would help us. It's not.
Would
super
you help
important.
them to take out one of the 2 leaders of Forte?
Roll a persuasion. Your DC is going to be 18.
17 plus 4.
He goes, well, yeah, it would help my lord gain the throne. So what does he need to do? What do I need to do?
You see that big man, and I pointed to Zonky,
Yeah,
with one sigil.
I've seen him. I haven't talked to him yet, but
He's a good man.
he's big.
Very powerful.
I could see that. I could see the strength in him.
Him and the 1 soldiers were sent here to take out Frank Mandrake. And you said you were able to get into his laboratory.
He goes real close to you, puts his arm around you, and whispers in your ear, "Be careful. Don't speak of such things so loudly, or anyone can hear. There's 14 men in this bar."
Well, I'm figuring the bar is loud and I'm talking at this volume.
He still does it.
Okay. My apologies. But would you be willing to help them out? And then we are going to make an escape and get these boys out of here.
I'm willing to, but I don't know if I can convince Blackwing.
Do you need him?
He's stronger than I am.
I doubt he is stronger than Tezonki.
You might be surprised.
So might he. 200 plus HP. Nobody's stronger than Tezonki.
Vekni doesn't know that.
Kevin does. I'm talking to Joe.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Dan.
She never let you guys ever see stat blocks.
You made us play the characters.
I know.
The one character had like 13 attacks in a move. It was insane. Yeah.
Holden?
Yeah. Wasn't it Holden or was it Sins? That had the
not
13
Sins.
stabbies really quick.
It's Holden.
Ah.
Haha!
So she'll explain that what their mission was to come here, and that she wants to be able to get all these men out of here too, because nobody wants to be stuck here forever.
So what are you asking me to do? You want me to go and speak with him and those sleigh guys? Just so you know, Vekni, you said your name was?
Yes.
The sleigh people don't like us too much.
Well, nobody here likes anybody in this bar.
Hainesworth and their queen had a disagreement a little while back.
Well, I would think that when both people want to rule the same land, there's going to be a disagreement.
She has something that he desperately wants.
Her titties? They're very nice.
No, her earrings.
Oh.
They're called the Tears of Dovah. He really wanted to get them. He actually
Some of these side quests.
He actually killed her sister to try to get them, but he
He
failed.
killed her? Or she killed her?
Hainesworth killed Inez's sister. She's really, the Slay people really hate us. I don't know if they'd be willing to work with us.
Well, let me find out.
Perhaps you can convince them.
Well, find out.
It's not the Slay soldiers, it's the Wound soldiers.
Yeah, but I see Slay soldiers over there talking.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to get these men to work together so we can get them to fuck out of here.
Soren's gonna walk away from the table when he says that. And
Okay.
go back to the slate table.
Okay.
So what is it of these Tears of Dovah?
I don't know why you wanted them, but I know he did. I know
See.
it seemed very important, and I trust in my lord. He doesn't do anything for no reason.
So I'm gonna go back to the slate table. What was the Black Knight's name?
Adonis.
Adonis.
Sir Adonis.
They moved. Oh, that's right. They moved over.
Do they look like they're getting along?
Yeah, so when you sent them over, they seem to be getting along well. There would be no reason for them not to.
Are they splitting the drink?
Yeah.
So Soren's gonna walk over to the table. Kind of sees everyone has like met each other, and thank everyone in a very polite manner. It seems like everything is working out. Adonis.
Yes.
Sir Adonis.
Yes, Sorin, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I told your buddy over there to go fuck himself.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
How'd
you like him?
I picked that up quickly. I picked it up quick. I tried to crack her joke or two, and he wasn't about that life.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. However, it seems like everyone in this bar is in a particular situation. The situation is to get out. Although it is a bar, people have things to do outside of this place. And right now it seems that the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
So what are you suggesting exactly?
I'm suggesting that I might be Vekni and myself might be able to get everyone out of here at the same time. It would be advantageous for the time being for everyone to temporarily put their feelings aside and work together.
I feel like you're trying to beat around the bush. What do you mean exactly? What exactly are you trying to tell us to do?
What I'm trying to tell you to do
Be direct.
is let's get everyone out of here, and then when you're out, you can kill Captain Fuckface over there.
You want me to work with Chaos, spits on the ground. Then he looks over to far across the bar to Lorgan, and he grabs a napkin and quickly cleans up the spit. I want to make him mad.
This may upset you, and it may upset others around here as well. But the reality of the situation is, if you don't want to work with us, you're going to be here for a while.
They agreed to work with us.
I'm working on it. Well, Soren really wouldn't know that. However, Soren would say is they have agreed to not kill you just yet.
Like they could kill us.
I totally understand. There's no way that look at you. They couldn't do that to you.
How much training can they even do when they're so busy trying to suck Hainesworth's cock all the time?
You know, it makes sense. It makes sense, totally. I get it. I understand. I mean, and royal guards such as yourself from Queensgrace, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance.
You know, Sorin, I like you.
So, again, let's just focus on getting you out.
If you want to convince Slay to work with Chaos, you're gonna have to roll a DC 20 persuasion check, because that is a serious. They do hate each other.
Wait till tomorrow when you have fresh partners.
You can roll D20 for persuasion, and you need a 20. You don't have to crit, but you have to have a 20, because they despise each other, as they've made clear.
Can I give them the help action since I'm talking?
You're not even at the table with
Yeah,
them,
but I'm
so-
trying to convince them to do the same.
No.
Does the alcohol help?
So, I'm talking to Creed over here, right? Or Adonis.
Adonis.
No, it's
You're thinking Apollo?
Adonis is the
Adonis
son.
is the son.
I didn't see. Oh, I didn't. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Movie Creed.
So,
I only saw the first one.
so he's gonna look to the rest of the table. You.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You asking the other Slay guys?
Other sleigh guys and the other group of merry men that.
Okay.
One.
Yeah.
So the one that calls himself Christoph Pearl, he says, I think it's the most logical thing for us to all work together to try to take down Fortane to get out of the city. But the one called Idlewild, the mage-looking guy, he says, I can't see ever working with Chaos. I think it'd be a better idea to try to come up with a different kind of plan. And then the last guy, Phoenix, says, Roll your d20.
So while they're talking, Vekni's sitting at this table. She's just gonna yell over, Tazonki!
I rolled it.
And?
I didn't see it.
What is it?
22.
19 plus 3.
For real?
What?
Alright.
Diplomacy, baby!
So the guy called Phoenix says, and he kind of like fingers the hilt of his glowing sword and he goes,
Kind of hot.
it does kind of make sense. We've been stuck here for a month. Let's make this happen. And you get a inspiration.
Oh, word!
So Vekni will call over for Tazonki.
Oh, Vekni, what's up?
Come over here.
Gets up. He staggers over. You couldn't tell when you first spoke with him when you got in the bar, but when you're seeing him walk that short distance over to the chaos table, you could see he's deep in his cups. Deep in his cups. Ah, well, what's up?
Oh boy. You look like you're having a good time.
Yeah, thanks for the liquor.
How's it going with the sleigh boys?
Been drinking all day. Oh, they're great guys. Awesome.
I would like to introduce you to Sir Trenton, the Lord, the Knight of Peaches, and this is Blackwing. They are chaos.
Trentum and Tadzonki exchange pleasantries, and Blackwing looks at him and rolls his eyes and doesn't say anything.
He's the strong silent type. Remember what you said and she says it's in a low hushed tone. You remember what you said your mission was?
He says loudly, yeah, we gotta kill Frank Mandrick.
As he does that, she goes and shapes water and splashes more liquor in his mouth.
Roll a,
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Arcana,
Arcana.
because you're using magic to try to do this. I think you can go either way, but we're gonna go with Arcana. We'll use that.
Sleight of hand's way better.
Your DC's 10.
18!
So, yeah, we're gonna kill, and then she splashed in his face and he doesn't get to finish this sentence.
Vekni grabs his collar and pulls him in and he's like, and points straight back to the Forte soldiers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ask, I don't understand.
What?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to set them up because he says he can get into the laboratory for.
I missed that part.
Yeah, he can get into the laboratory for what the fuck's his name, Frank Mandrick, and their one soldiers are there to kill Frank Mandrick.
Was Slay there to do that too?
No, they were there for something else. They were there to clear this valley so they can set a battle for outpost out here so they can take over. Is Christoph as plastered as you?
Nah, he doesn't really drink that much.
Can you go back to your table and send him over?
But Vekni.
I'll be right, Sal.
Yeah, okay.
And then she hands him the bottle of liquor that she brought over to this table.
He takes a big drag from it, and he goes over, gets Christoph. Christoph comes over.
Christopher, who's in charge? You or Tazonki?
Tadzonki is higher ranking than me.
Well, you seem to be more capable of conversation.
Yeah, he's kind of drunk.
Yeah, when I was DMing for Grayson and Braden, I kept forgetting what voices I gave to people. And then I'd start talking and be like, that's not what they sound like! Oh, you're right, but I forgot. What was I saying? Oh, she goes, and she, again in hushed tones, she says, you're here to kill Frank Mandrick, correct?
You're saying to Christoph? I told you as much.
This man here, well, I introduce him. Sir
They exchange pleasantries.
Sir
And again,
Trent.
Blackwing rolls his eyes, doesn't he?
Sir Trenton says that he knows how to get into his laboratory.
Oh. And he's gonna help us?
She looks over at Sir Trenton.
He goes, I mean,
The ends justify the means.
it does help our cause. It's not the reason we're here, but It helps. It would help us if Frank Manager were to die.
As we are proposing maybe a temporary alliance to get you to a mission accomplished, and then to get you out of here.
Christoph says, whatever would further the needs of my king, I'm willing to do.
I also just convinced you guys to work with him too, right?
You convinced Slay.
You convince Slay.
I'm working on
Chaos.
one.
You're working.
Because remember, Slay and
You're
Chaos
working the one angle.
don't like each other.
Yeah. Well, in this particular situation, it looks like I.
You rolled the 23 or whatever, so.
I mean, I got a 22 to get Slay over to 1.
You did. You did.
Just wasn't that hard.
No, I think your DC was like 10 or something.
Yeah, it was. So, what did they say?
He just said yeah. He just agreed.
Okay. Good.
When do you want to do this?
We have a things that we have to do in 2 days. So, why don't you guys work out the final details?
All right. I'll try to get Blackwing to go along with our plan, and we'll make the preparations.
It only helps the Messiah.
He's just being a douchebag.
Yeah, to each their own.
Blackwing says, you know, Trent, it doesn't make us look good when you talk bad about me in front of these people.
No, it doesn't make you look good.
It makes us look weak as an alliance. Hainesworth is the Messiah of all, and his people are united in their mission to crown him king.
Okay, so if you want to bring people to your side, maybe a little bedside manner wouldn't hurt.
We don't need you.
Well, I'm not talking about me. I serve.
We don't need any of you. Trent and myself are enough to do our mission. Definitely don't want that fool, whatever he is, noble, I don't know, whatever that
I
thing
mean,
is. Definitely don't need him.
I don't like Mesiah, but his sister is kind of
Just
grown.
look
on
at
me.
him. Just look at his face.
It's
Look
like
at his clothing. Like, what does he even think? What is he even trying to do?
I imagine my character has a smug Dan smile.
His stupid little smile. What a foolish man. I wonder if he's as dumb as he looks he is.
I'm at another table, so I can't hear you.
Nope.
He's still talking about you.
Vekni just laughs and be like, "You're not wrong.
And you, what is that accent? Where are you from?
I am from Ferelden.
You sound like a fool too.
I'm from Coldbank.
Cold Bank? Wasn't that place purged from the face of the earth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if those people were anything like you, I'm glad that it happened.
Oh, so you're a beautiful person. Where are you from?
It's none of your fucking business.
Where
Where
are
I'm
you?
from. I serve Lord Hainesworth. That's all you need to know.
So, I mean, if you want to tell me about you, tell me about Lord Hainesworth.
No, he's a great man. He's going to be the savior of this land.
Does it hurt when he sticks it in your ass?
I don't appreciate those comments, but Hainesworth tells of a great calamity coming, and he believes that he can.
Do they know that Rothschild is dead?
No.
Sure, he'd love to hear that.
He knows that he failed because he's in jail. You told him that.
Yeah.
He failed.
I don't think you know.
What?
I don't think you know Rothschild's dead.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't think you were there when they met him, and they
No,
met
it
him.
was-
They went around with him, and then he died. I don't think you ever.
No, it was just Stripe and Prince.
Yeah, it's doing the Pirates campaign.
Vekni, no,
Was it-
it wasn't.
it happened in
It was in Queensgrace.
I don't think you were here for. I think it was like one session. You weren't here. They met him and killed him.
Vekni looks at Blackwing. She goes, "It'd be a lot cuter if you smiled."
I don't care about being cute. I don't care about your opinion.
Oh, no, it's the toughest rock, so it's the most beautiful on the inside.
What was it that happened again in Cold Bank? Some kind of a genocide? I wonder why they did that.
Well, because the Drow are evil creatures.
Seems like they made a world a better place. They got rid of people like
How
you.
would you know? You're not from Ferelden. And obviously people like me are still here.
I'm sorry?
I said obviously people like me are still here.
With your stupid accent, you're the only one I've ever met.
Then I'm the most important person you've ever met.
Yes, sure. Whatever you want to believe.
I swear you would be so much cuter if you smiled.
He's not laughing.
Is he somewhat attractive?
He has armor on and he has a helmet on. You can't actually see his face.
Oh, then how could we see him roll his eyes?
He has a visor.
And then she looks back at the Lord of Peaches and goes, "Your friend here is playing hard to get."
He shakes his head and goes, "No, he's just an asshole."
kind of cute.
I mean, try to shoot your shot. I guess. I don't. I think he's probably gay. He's probably gay for Hainesworth.
Aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm not homosexual. No.
Are you gay for Hainesworth, Blackwing?
Blackwing looks at you and he just doesn't roll. You see him behind his visor roll his eyes again.
So it did hurt when he put it in your ass.
No, I don't appreciate you talking about my lord like that.
I'm not. I'm talking about you. It is
I mean-
empowering to be the man.
Does Hainesworth sleep with men? I believe he does, but so what? What does that mean? That's not a. Is that some kind of a negative thing?
Does he lay with boys too?
Like children? Absolutely not.
Good. That's good. At least you have some dignity.
Hainesworth has all the dignity. All the wisdom.
But yet you will not tell me of his great deeds.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I've lived a fairly long life. I'm in my 30s, and I've never
Becky openly laughs.
I've never met a person that I've ever respected before meeting Hainesworth.
Oh, that's good. You're only 30. Are you human? I can't tell.
Roll an insight.
17. I'm rolling a lot of 17s.
He says yes, and you don't believe him.
So that's a 22 total. Is the Trent wearing a helmet?
No.
Is he human?
He has a helm, but it's on the table.
Is he human?
His face appears human.
And what is the stature of Blackwing?
Very... What's the word for it? Stiff.
Like, how big? You said that Peaches is taller than...
He's taller and wider. He's
so
bigger.
How tall is he?
I'm going to say that, because Vekni's 5'1",
5'2", I think.
5'2". So I'm going to say that Sir Trent is
5'3".
He's about 6 foot,
Okay.
and Blackwing's like 5'10".
And is he slender or is he built?
He is athletic. He is more on the slim side, but he's like athletic. He's not like a rail.
Okay.
And Trentham is more bulky.
So he's not a human that I can ascertain.
He told you that he is a human.
But I can ascertain that he's lying.
You believe that he's lying.
Okay. So 30 years is not that long of a lifetime.
No. Whatever you say, it really makes no difference.
How old is your Mesiah?
Hainesworth's age? Well, I actually don't know. I believe he's middle-aged for a human, but I'm actually not sure. I don't really ask him personal questions. I just believe in his mission and in his goals and his destiny.
And his destiny is to rule Dovah?
More than that. As I said, he speaks of becoming calamity. He says that that it takes him ruling Dovah to save our plane. And I believe him.
Okay. So she's just going to make small, just discuss little plans or whatever with the other two. You can go back to him at the other table.
Alright, is it time to go make some friends other places?
If you're good too, if you're done on this table.
Oh yeah, I convinced them to work with one, so we're good. More chaos, sorry.
Yes.
That's Slay to work with chaos.
That high roll.
Yep. You kind of convinced chaos to work with Slay.
I don't know if the queen's gonna like that, but she ain't here, so.
It's only temporarily.
We're trying to save her troops.
It's for the greater good.
He killed her sister.
Yeah, but she loves all her people. So,
You killed her sister?
Hainesworth, who's the leader of chaos.
It's been mentioned before.
So Sorin's done over there, and they'll come over and get Vekni. So how'd it go with the boys?
Good. Good. It seems we have gained 4 allies.
And I convinced as a lot of Peaches to take the one soldiers to take out FRANC Mandrick.
And what of Pussy Wings?
He's just being a pussy. I'm pretty sure he gets railed in the ass by Hainesworth.
You know, makes sense.
I mean, when you love someone that much, you probably, took a V card.
So what table, do we know these guys?
No, they don't look familiar at all. Never seen those colors, never seen the sigil. No.
Vekni will lean back into the table with these guys and be like, what does the boys in blue?
Trentham says, I think they're some kind of like ninjas or something. I don't really know. I haven't really talked to them.
Okay. Well, apparently you haven't talked to many people here. Because of this guy, and she points over at Blackwing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make friends when Blackwing's at your side. Since he's an asshole to everyone, including me.
Who do you want to talk to?
Perhaps we go and talk. Let's mix it a little bit. Let's go. Why don't we talk to that table over there with the barista? Seems like a,
Which one?
With all the little people?
all the little people.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Are they gnomes? Or halflings or something?
And do we recognize their banner?
So the banner is a fist that appears to be on fire.
Oh, burning fist! Oh, word!
Vekni's gonna stop at the bar and get another bottle of liquor.
Okay. Yeah, I charge you 1 gold.
I'm just gonna walk away without paying.
So you see a powerful-looking dwarf sitting at a table surrounded by tavern wenches and young lads, listening to him tell tales of old battles and adventures.
Is he drinking?
Yep. Drinking heavily. He appears to be deep in his cups, like Tazanki.
And he has the burning fist sigil?
Yep.
Okay. I'll let you lead the way since you know the burning fist.
So, Sorin's gonna very proudly kind of like walk over and say, does he see a burning fist sigil on everybody, or just like one
No,
person?
just the dwarf.
Just the dwarf?
You get me one, Kevin?
Sorin's gonna
Oh,
walk up. Sorin's gonna walk up to the dwarf, right, in almost like this manner of intimidation. He's gonna stop, like right at him.
Intimidation?
Yeah, intimidation. Just like almost like this kind of like this like blank stare, kind of like.
Roll an intimidation.
Well, no, I'm not intimidating. I'm not intimidating.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna just get to it. I'm gonna get to that, right?
Okay.
So he's gonna walk over there and almost like this kind of like face that I just made. He even kind of like take a breath. He's gonna go right up to the dwarf. And he's gonna like look at him. And he's gonna go. Everything that I've always heard of you and who you are, I thank you. And then his face is gonna change immediately. And he's gonna put his hand out to shake.
The dwarf looks up at you. You see his eyes are watery, bloodshot, and you could detect this really strong smell of an alcoholic beverage coming from his breath. And
Yeah.
he takes his hand,
I was running late today. I was gonna get some on my own.
grips your hand, super firm, and says, "I appreciate it, lad. I guess you're another one of my fans."
Did he say what his name was?
No, not yet. My name is Sorin, and I am from Ferelden.
Ah, Ferelden. So you definitely know of all of my tales of adventure and victory and wonder. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I have heard of many members of the Burning Fist.
To hear someone of Dovah say that name without me telling them my stories, that's a great feeling.
Yes. And of all the members I have been told about, which one are you?
He looks a little disappointed.
I'm forgetting his name, so me personally. Is this
It's Gragas.
Gragas?
I'm Gragas Stormbringer.
He had a Scottish accent.
I cannot do that.
Gragas.
He has a Scottish accent.
Gragas, your tales from King Doken spread by lands far and wide.
Doken. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
He says he hates Star Wars, but yet he just fucking quoted Star Wars. What an asshole.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
How did I quote that? What?
Obi-Wan. That's a name
I
that
don't
I've not
fucking know
heard
what
in a
they say in
long
the
time.
movie.
It's okay.
He says, have you actually seen Doken? How does he fare?
Have I seen Doken? Doken has raised me. He is my stepfather.
No shit! He tries to hug you. He stands up, tries to hug you.
Yeah.
Well, come here, lad!
Yeah, and Soren's all about it. Like he embraces him and also does it in the same almost kind of manner that he is. He's very like joyful when he does it.
And
Robbie's
Vekni,
very sloppy hugging you, but very happy.
Vekni at this time shows up with another bottle. She goes, oh boy, I guess you know this man.
And who are you, lass?
I am this man's bodyguard. My name is Vekni.
Roll a deception.
Well, I can see that they know each other. So.
Roll a deception, DC of 8.
What happens when it's a tie?
You win.
You win.
Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Kavari's in
He accepts it.
Queensgrace, right?
Kevin.
Lavari isn't born yet.
Kevin.
Kevlian. God damn it.
My names are all easy.
Yeah, too bad they're all the same.
No, they're not. Vekni's not the same. It's just Kevin Scramble. I kind of like Vekni. That's a cool name.
So yeah, again, in that joyful kind of manner, he's just gonna be like, Gragas, do you have a seat for us? I'd love for us to sit down and hear more tales.
Of course, make some room, lads. Make some room. And he kind of pushes his kids out of the chairs.
His kids?
No, they're kids. They're humans.
Yeah.
And there's humans, and there was like a couple tavern wenches that were just
So he's gonna like
kind of hanging on him, listening to his stories.
He's gonna like sit down next to him, and he seems that Gragas is a little like gruff and rough. So he's gonna put his hand on his shoulder. It's like, so what brings you in here? Why are you here?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've been ready. Well, something happened. Something weird. You know the tale. I'm sure you heard from your father what happened.
Of course, I've heard that great tale many a time.
That we slayed the vampire Vlad. We defeated him, and then many of us were lost.
Yes, I heard a similar story.
Well, I just appeared back randomly a few years ago, and I was in Dovah. I was in these lands. One thing led to another, and I ended up becoming the commander of a part of a mercenary company called the Silver Swords.
Oh boy, look at that.
I was in charge of the 2nd Legion,
Bring it
Rolling
all
Thunder.
around.
But I had fun working with the mercenary company, but I kind of retired. I'm ready to take on something new, but there was something I had to do first.
What was that?
Well, there was this lass. I had the
They're
hots.
always these.
I had the hots for her back in the day. He pats his burning fist patch on his left arm. She was one of us. And she was lost too. But I heard she's back.
Marigold Mandrid.
I've been trying to find her, and I haven't been able to. But I
was
learned.
12.
She's 14. But I learned from her
That's
brother.
not better.
hey, that's an adult in these times.
That's probably true.
But I learned that her brother works in this town as some kind of a researcher or something like that. I've been trying to build up the courage to talk to him and ask him where she is, but I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little too bashful. Do you think you could help me out and find him and ask him where she is so I can meet back up with her? If you do, whether she shoots me down or not, you guys look like you're on some kind of adventure. I'll do whatever you need to help you out. But I really, man, I've had the hots for this girl ever since.
So Sorin is not even going to like look to Vekni. He's just going to look at Gragas dead in the face and go, absolutely.
Well, we don't know who he's talking about. We don't know who he's talking about, Fred Mandrick.
He never said her. He never said her name.
I'm here to help you out as much as possible as a member of the Burning Fist.
Great. Her name's Marigold. Her brother, his name's Frank. He works in the city somewhere. I think either at the university or at the barracks. I think.
You're gonna have to give more than a first name. What's his surname?
The last name's Mandrid. You had to have known. You had to have known that this was gonna.
We knew that.
Yeah. So Sorin.
You had to have known.
So Sorin is gonna feel the eyes of Vekni just staring at him, but He's gonna smile like awkwardly, knowing that he knows that she's smiling at him and staring at him. But he's not gonna look towards her. He's not gonna look towards her.
She takes a shot of the liquor and slides it in front of Sorin. Frank Mandrake. That name sounds familiar.
Oh, you know him?
Well, I do have a note from him.
Sorin will take the drink.
Okay, Gonga kept it.
It was a note that you had from a soldier that works for Frank.
Yeah.
Sorin
But it has his signature on it.
He's gonna take the drink. He sees it in his peripheral vision, but again, he's not gonna look towards Vekni because he knows. He knows.
He knows.
I heard some things about this man, Frank Mandrake.
Well, what'd you hear?
He's not a good guy.
What do you mean?
Well, tell me of his sister.
Oh man, she had one of those hourglass She was a little younger than me, but blonde, real pretty.
How old are you?
I guess technically I'm over 100, but
Gragas. From
dwarves and humans age differently. She's a human.
From the tales that my stepfather have told me, her beauty holds no bounds.
I heard there's a statue of her in Ferelden, so you know what she looks like. There is.
Didn't Doken he didn't tear it down?
No.
Make one of
No, he put the statues.
Loki.
He put the statues up of all the Burning Fist people that died or were lost.
Yes, I remember. Gragas, this must be news for you to hear. But you know you're not the only member of the Burning Fist I run into in this time, do you?
What do you mean? Oh, you talked to Wundren already?
Was that the kid that showed up twice and was Seth, whatever his name was? Yeah. Steve's cousin or something, and he sounded like, what the hell's his name? Seth, who laughed at that.
Seth Rogen.
That's it.
Yeah, he was here for 2 sessions. He's back too?
Well, yeah. I thought because of what you just said, I thought you already talked to him.
I guess Wundren's back.
He's right over there. And he looks over to the table.
Pot table.
He looks over to the table of the pot table, yeah. Amazing looking guy.
He remembered then. Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't know that Wundren was back as well.
Yeah.
But
Did your stepfather speak of him?
Wundren? Only very briefly, but there is no statue of him.
There's not.
Yeah,
He never died. He never died or was sucked into the black hole or anything.
Duh.
He would still be
It's
alive.
only 25 years later.
Yeah, he would still be alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
Gragas for nothing.
no, but I'm saying of that night, the night where everyone was lost, including yourself.
What did Doken say that night?
Well, beyond that, you know Kevlian is here as well. Surely you must.
No. Kevlian Greystone, he still lives?
He does, same as you.
That's great news. Where is he? Is he in the city? Is he in Dovah?
He's in Dovah, but he's not in the city now.
He is in Queensgrace.
Oh, I've heard of that place. It's not too far from here.
Are you able to come and go as you please?
Well, supposedly, according to other people in this bar, I would be arrested if I left. But I don't know. I haven't spoken to any of these Forte officials or anything.
Who do you serve?
Like I said, I'm looking for Frank. I believe he's one of them, so I don't see why they would treat me badly. But
Do you know nothing of this Frank Mandrake?
I just know he's my lost love's brother. That's all I know.
But
You know he is the leader of Forte.
I heard he worked here. I didn't hear he's a leader.
That's
great news.
You worked for Forte and you did not know that he was the leader.
I didn't know that. No.
it is okay. Gragas, are there any members of the Burning Fist that have been lost who have found their way back home that you're aware of?
No. As far as I knew, the only one still around was Doken. And Wundren, who I saw when I came to this bar about a month ago.
Yes.
But I haven't really talked to him a lot. I'll be honest with you.
Nope.
Oh, they never met him?
Never met.
I never even worked with him. I just knew he was in the Fist before I
No,
joined.
because Bretson, I think, was still around.
Okay.
Garagas.
Yes,
Wait, wasn't Gragas?
Never met him.
I mean, not Garagas. Wundren. Garagas was Brett's new character after.
Yeah, Gragas was Brett's new character. Yeah.
So I never met him. I just know that I talked to him for a little while, but I didn't even know him back then.
Gragas. There is something I must tell you.
Yes.
Vekni and myself are organizing a time to meet with
Frank.
Frank Mandrid.
So can you talk to him for me?
could-
About Marigold?
Yes, I could talk to him for you. I do
Thank
not
you.
think it'd be wise if you came with us at this time.
That's fine. Just try to see if he'll tell you where she is. Even if she turns me down, it's on my bucket list.
Yeah. So,
I can't wait to tell Brett what you made Garagas into.
so,
I can't do the accent. I can't.
so Gragas.
I like that. It was Doken that was hitting on the 14-year-old, and you're making it Garagas.
But he never said he hit on her. He's saying that he liked her.
He loved her this whole time.
Loved her the whole time.
The whole time.
It's because she had big fat titties.
So Gragas.
It's going by your description, you
When-
pervert.
If we meet with Frank, and he is unable to locate Marigold, what would you do next?
Well, like I said, I retired from the Silver Swords. I'm looking for a new adventure. What are you guys doing here? What are you up to?
Well-
always head over to Queensgrace and find your friend.
Well, I would like to see Kevlin again.
I'm trying.
He was
to,
an amazing man to know.
I'm trying to get the band back together again
What do you mean?
and reunite the members of the Burning Fist.
It's me. Apparently, it's me, Kevlin, and Wundren. So I mean, two of us are here already.
And Doken.
Ah, Doken. True.
Doken
I would
is
like to see him again.
Doken is my stepfather, and he had heard rumor that the Burning Fist was back in parts.
Can I ask you a question about him?
Yes.
Wherever he is, does he have a lot of potions? He always loved potions, that guy.
He loves potions, and he has an unfortunate, unhealthy obsession with get mace.
Does he have all the maces he could ever want?
He has a room dedicated to maces. Just different kinds of maces from different cities and regions and valleys all across the nation and continents. It's a sight to behold.
Well, I'm happy for him.
Yes. But I see emptiness and sorrow in his eyes.
Oh no! What does he lack? Does he miss us, the Fist?
He does. He misses the Burning Fist. And he would really enjoy it if we were able to get everyone back together again.
Well, I'm down. Let's do it.
And as we do so, I'd love to hear of your old stories.
Here's a story for you. So Doken, he got this ring that had these special powers. He walked straight up the road while it was covered in an army of undead, and he used some kind of special thing with the ring. It just obliterated all of them. It was awesome.
Did that happen?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
it did happen.
I also heard the story he told me once, and I don't know this is true, and maybe you can verify it for me. It was difficult to believe. He said that he had the ring on his hand, and the power that it gave him overwhelmed him. Kevlian, out of sorts, threatened his life and told him to give him the ring.
That did happen. It was kind of weird.
And then Doken stood up for himself out of nowhere. Was like,
No, I want it!
He did, but it was kind of like a pussy.
because the
He
way
was like, no!
Coffin sits in the center. Kevlian bravely approaches and opens the lid, revealing the wounded vampire Vlad. He appears unconscious. Doken, come, bring the ring, orders Kevlian. Tee-hee, what are you silly gooses up to? Inquires Marigold. Doken has a determined look on his face. He looks down at the ring of light on his finger. The ring glows with magic power. He looks over to Kevlian and sees him remove the Ring of the Damned from Vlad. Hurry, Doken, shouts the half-elf ranger. Bring the ring to me. Let's end this. No. What? Kevlian looks up from Vlad in disbelief. No, answers Doken. I will not give you the ring. I'll kill Vlad. Hand over the Ring of the Damned. In an instant, Kevlian is right in Doken's face. He views himself as the hero destined to save the world. He would not let this bard stand in his way. Hand over the ring! I will save Ferelden! Kevlian shouts in a thunderous rage. No, Doken meekly responds. This ring is... Give it here! Kevlian's furious mug is half an inch from Doken's fearful face. Doken can smell Kevlian's breath and see the anger in his eyes. Doken cringes in fright and shrinks away from Kevlian. Let's do it together then, growls an impatient Greystone. Fine, a resigned Doken concedes.
The way he explained it to me was that he looked Kevlian in the face, and out of sheer terror, Kevlian backed down and never challenged his authority ever again.
Is that what Doken says happened?
That's what Doken says happened.
Well, that's not what I saw. Doken was acting like a little bitch.
It didn't sound correct. So I appreciate the clarity.
Yeah, Doken acted like a little bitch. But they did together. They looped the ring through the stake, and they stabbed it into Vlad's heart, killing him. And that's when we all got sucked into some kind of a black hole or something.
Vlad lets out a pained hissing sound, followed by an ungodly scream. His body starts smoking, and his skin begins to melt from his bones. Doken and Kevlian look at one another, sharing a victorious smile. Crash! The ceiling above and floor below them begins to rip apart. They both take a step back, and the Order of the Burning Fist witnesses a horrifying sight. Blackness. A dark, swirling ball of nothingness creates a vacuum, sucking everything nearby inside.
And then, apparently, 20 plus years later, I ended up in Dovah, just randomly woke up. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I do not know how you were back as well, neither does Doken, but I'm glad that you're willing to get the band back together again.
I am. Whose idea was this? Was it Doken's?
It was.
This pee break brought to you by Piss Water. Coors Light.
Piss water.
Sorry, guys. Our normal sponsor, Miller Lite, isn't in the house tonight. But he'll be back next week or whenever we play again. Alright, so we're going to move to another table.
Okay.
What
There you go.
table should we move to? Well, I guess you want to talk to Wondrin since he's part of the fist?
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Might as well go to the pot table.
You see a tabaxi, a human with a big beard and robes, appears to be some kind of a mage, and a human with 2 war talons on his sword belt.
The hell, they're war talon.
They look like claws, like giant claws
Okay.
that you could like wear in your hands.
Oh, okay.
So like giant spiked gauntlets, maybe we could try to say.
Like Freddy Krueger?
They're wearing dark, kind of, but they're not like sharp and pointy. They're more like larger and like wider, but in that vein, sure. They're wearing dark blue, yellow, and orange. And
You take the lead on this one.
That's all you. That's your fucking burning fist. I don't need a burning fist.
Yeah, but Sorin doesn't know who Woundrin is. You never really heard stories of Woundrin. He wasn't a member of the Burning.
He was only there
Fist.
for 2 sessions.
when Genlia asked you to do what she,
Your mom.
when the Queen of Ferelden asked you to do what she asked you to do,
Yeah, say that next
that was one of the names that she mentioned. She did mention Woundrin as one of the names
Which is
of the Burning
interesting
Fist.
because he was apparently there. But I think he was there when we first fought Vlad.
So
He was there when you guys lost to Vlad. He was there.
Are you able to make like water into alcohol or no?
I can't make it. I can just move it.
Move it. Okay. So yeah, Sorin will walk up to the table and with that same kind of energy that Gragas had, he's gonna like raise his hands up and he's gonna walk over there again with that same kind of energy that Gragas had. He's gonna go, kind of like throw his hands up in the air and he's gonna say, "Woundrin, is that you?" Not knowing which one Woundrin is.
The human with a white beard, and it's dressed in robes. He looks over to you and he goes, who speaks my name?
To your Beth, Seth Rogen.
Who are you? I don't know you.
There you go.
You guys kind of got to be like David Caruso and Jade.
What?
40-year-old version.
Oh.
My name is Sorin, and I'm here with my
Bodyguard Vekni.
No, I'm talking this time. My friends with benefits, Vekni.
He has a very small penis.
It's not the size that counts, it's how you use it.
He doesn't use it well.
How do you know my name? I don't know you guys.
Who hasn't heard of you? I am from Ferelden. My name is Sorin, and I have just come from speaking with Gragas, and my stepfather is Doken.
Oh, like a burning fist type thing. Well, what do you? Yeah, I was part of them for a little while. I left.
You left?
Yeah,
Too scary.
started getting kind of dangerous. I didn't want to get killed.
Well, I heard you did great things.
We got our asses kicked by this vampire. We went to this castle and we fought him. He fucked us up.
The Order battled Vlad alongside Pegasus, a unicorn, and Wundrin, a druid they met on Venomfang's island. The heroes were defeated and forced to use Malefactor in order to escape Vlad.
While you're speaking to him, he pulls out this this paper, and he it's like all wrinkled, and he spreads it out, and he takes some kind of like crushed up vegetation and starts like putting it up on the paper, and starts like,
What is it you're doing?
I'm just getting ready to smoke.
Have you never seen a cigarette rolled?
Rolling up.
No, I've come from a society where they're already rolled for me.
He does it really quickly,
Somebody has to roll them.
expertly, puts it in his lips. Yeah, you got a light?
Vekni will pull out her tinderbox and spark the.
Yeah, I don't see a tinderbox.
Thank you, lass.
This is definitely more of a you thing.
Lights it up, takes a really, really big puff. And you smell this like really sweet smelling, but like pungent odor of, smells like marijuana.
Marijuana
Burnt
doesn't smell
marijuana.
sweet.
It's sweet. It does smell a little sweet.
Smells like a skunk.
It's that pungent,
Yeah.
skunky, like hard to describe. Marijuana smells like marijuana.
So you boys trapped here too?
You want a toke?
Nope, I like my drink.
I don't really like drinking too much. I like smoking.
Yeah. Oh, it's just funny watching a guy who's never smoked pretend to smoke.
Yeah, I never have.
So you guys trapped here too?
No, we're not trapped here. What do you mean? Oh, like the soldiers?
Yeah.
No, we're here in official business for lions.
For huh?
For lions. For King Leon, or for Lord Leonidas. Pridecutter Keep.
Aren't they part of Forte?
No, we're allies. But we kind of have an issue. That dude, one of the leaders, Karaganda, he's been really aggressive towards us lately. Really kind of a bully. So we kind of wanted to talk to Frank Mandrad or Mayor Shroud and see if they can rein Karaganda in a little bit. Because he's been, I don't know, kind of bullying us. Lord Leonidas kind of gets a little frazzled and a little upset. He's scared that Karaganda's going to try to do something to us.
But if you're allies, why would he do something to you?
I mean, I guess,
Is it because you failed with the one army?
you know, the way Leonidas sees it is that he says we're allies, but really we're just kind of have to do their bidding. We're not really allies. We really have no say in anything. We just do what they tell us to do.
If you let an invading army past, did you not ally with them?
Well, Leonidas didn't want to have all of his people killed by those one people. They seem kind of strong. There's the one guy with all the owls and shit on his armor. I don't know. He was kind of intimidating.
Sounds like a bitch.
I felt like he kind of wanted to hurt us.
Who was he?
I don't catch his name.
Where did you meet him?
At Pridecutter Keep when their whole army went through.
Pride.
We let them through our keep, through the back to where the bridge was, and
It's also good that we're talking to all the tables too, because
you don't have to.
God forbid,
Don't talk to anybody if you don't want.
I want to fight somebody.
there's no fighting allowed inside the tavern.
No. Which makes me starting to think, since that guy spit on the ground, and then they look back at the bartender, there's something about this bartender. He didn't get killed.
He's strong.
He must be like a magician. He must have magic. There must be something.
He's strong.
Oh, he's Jesus.
Oh shit!
It's
Knew it.
Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Oh, he's Jesus.
Goddamn guy built this whole bar from scratch. He did.
Jesus was a carpenter.
Well, Wondrin has no reason, or isn't trapped here like everybody else, so we really don't need to invite him in our mission.
We don't need to invite him, but it seems like his mission is also our mission, because he wants to either get rid of FRANC or Karaganda.
You guys think you could maybe ask Mayor Shroud or Frank to have Karaganda kind of lay off us a little bit?
Where is Mayor Shroud?
Oh, he's at the mayor's office,
Duh!
the municipal building, the city hall.
City Hall.
To the top center.
City Hall.
He's really accessible. He just takes walk-ins. You don't have to make an appointment or anything.
Yeah, it's.
We tried to convince him already, but it didn't seem like he was really down. So we're trying to kind of game plan what to do next. But if you guys want to give it a shot, I'd really appreciate it.
Well, what's it to you? What's it worth to you?
He still rolled up the blunt. But
That's all right. So, what's the name of this faction?
Lions.
Lions. Oh.
He said it.
A little on the nose.
And he said Leonidas is leader in the Pridecutter Keep. And they're supposed to be allies with Vigor, but it seems like Karaganda's been mean to them.
Is it worth Lions Wondrin?
Yeah, who gives a fuck about him?
Well, I need him. Wondrin, you say that the mayor is giving you problems?
No, not the mayor, Karaganda.
The big guy from last session.
Yeah, no, but what about the mayor then?
The mayor might be able to rein him in. Why would the mayor have any say over a ruler of Forte?
I don't know. He's part of the leadership in the city, and he figured he has some kind of say.
Well, it's interesting that you say this, because I was talking to some of the other patrons of the bar, and they were kind of talking about the mayor as well.
What'd they say?
They were saying is that it seems like he does have some pull with Karaganda, but as a mayor, before you present these things to them, and when you want change, there needs to be a petition.
I didn't hear it. Oh, okay. Well, what do I need to do?
First, you have to give us all your gold.
Well, if you take a look here, and then I'm gonna pull out my book, and I'm gonna flip over the cover, and then on the top of the book, written down is gonna say Grogus Stormbringer. Okay, if you see here, Grogus has already signed the petition, so I'm gonna open up my book, and on the top of the page it'll say, Grogus Stormbringer.
Do you want me to print you out a new one when we're done? So you have one
Sure.
for when he's not here.
I'm gonna tell him that I have this petition for the mayor. This petition for the mayor, and at the top you can see that Grogus has signed as well.
Okay.
So if you sign here as well, it'll really help the cause.
What is it? Well, I don't understand. What is it? We're signing for? What is this for?
It's a petition.
A petition. Okay. So this just petitioning the mayor to stop being mean to lions? I don't understand.
So petition for the mayor to talk to Karaganda.
About us?
About issues
About
issues
All the
going
issues.
on.
You're not the only ones that are talking of his.
Roll deception. That makes sense. That actually makes sense.
With help?
Like, keep in mind, this isn't going to get him to ally with you. This is just tricking him to sign a piece of paper.
Shit happens.
But roll a deception.
Listen, if there's anything I know about Dokken is no matter what you sign, it's binding.
Roll a deception.
Does he have help? I help.
Sure, you can roll with advantage. Your DC is 16.
Well, there's a 14.
Plus? Or is it 14 total?
14 total.
It's a high DC.
It is, and I didn't pass it. I got a 14 total. Wait, I have inspiration!
You have an inspiration?
You just gave me that.
I did give you one.
I'll roll it again.
Got it?
I don't know what it is.
Well, doesn't it come up or
17.
anything? Doesn't it come up or anything?
No, I have to reload the page.
Oh. I had a 14, and then a 7, and then a 17.
Wondrin says, okay. And he takes it, puts it on the table, and he's about to sign. And as his pen's about to hit the paper, the man with the talons on his belt puts his hand over the paper like this. He goes, "Wait a minute. What are you doing, Wondrin? What is this paper for?" "Oh, I'm gonna." Go, "Whoa. What?"
Are you having a conversation with yourself right now?
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
That's why one of these cameras is supposed to be pointing at you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys?
I just noticed the other one was facing the wrong way.
Sounds an awful like King Sight.
He's asking what you're doing.
We'd explained it like 3 times already. I even got help when he explained it.
He says, "Since we left Pridecutter Keep, I've been put in charge. I lead this group. I'll let Wondrin sign it, only if you agree to help us."
Well, I'm sure we will. What is it you're looking to do? He's already explained to us that
He's trying to stop Keroganda for being a douchebag.
yes, and which with the mayor's assistance, we were able to do. You guys are not the only faction in this room who has issues with the mayor, and in order to seek a audience with FRANC or with Keroganda, we would need a petition. We need many names to sign this on behalf of the city and the factions that are here.
He takes out a piece of paper. He's listening to you while you speak. He takes out a piece of paper while you're still speaking. Puts it on the paper, and he's quickly scribbling stuff down while you're speaking. Turns around, hands you a piece of paper. He says, "This location." You look, it's like a really crude map of a region that looks different than this. He goes, "This is King Lorgan's Valley. Just do me a favor, relay this location to your Lord Wield. He'll be very
The guy
interested.
from one.
Yeah,
He'll be very interested. I know you work for him."
So this person is saying that he knows that I've worked for Lord Wield of one.
Does he notice the book? Maybe he recognizes the book.
I turned the book inside out. I said that.
He goes, this is a one alley ledger. I've seen these before. Ted Zonke has one.
That makes sense.
I'll let Wondrin sign your book, only if you agree to give this to Wield.
What does it say?
It's just a location in King Lorgan's Valley. He'll know what it is.
Do I recognize what the location is?
So it's a very crudely drawn, like scribble map of an area that you don't know. And all it says is DS space HQ with an X on the place that's marked. DS space HQ encircled.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
So what's this person's name?
I'll tell you.
So I'll take the map. Take the map.
It's very crude.
You know, I'll look at it and kind of like fold it up and put it in my jacket, and I'll say, and then who you are?
You can call me Striking Owl.
Striking Owl.
You hear Woundren whisper to Striking Owl whisper, "Wait, what is that?" He says, "Don't worry about it."
You said give map to who?
Lord Wield, which is the spy master from the one camp. He gave you some missions that you've been doing. He's like Merciless's boss.
Who?
The redhead that was jumping through the woods.
Dan. So,
So Woundren signs it.
striking owl? Gotta do.
Shakes your hand. He has a very firm grip.
Woundren signs it. Okay.
He's a human, short hair.
Yeah.
Woundren signs it.
Woundren signs it.
And since that was kind of one of your objectives, I guess you got Gragas and him to sign your ledger and agree to help. I guess you're gonna get some kind of an XP. I'm gonna have to look it up. You're gonna get some kind of a reward for that.
Sure.
So, because it was one of your character's objectives.
Okay.
Vekni is going to order some food, so I don't have to worry about that. She'll eat it.
Again,
and-
Lorgan's very busy. So he gives it to you just like rushed, almost not barely even paying attention to you. Very, very busy. Making drinks, getting them ready, sending them out. The waitresses are bringing the drinks out to the table. It's just everyone's drinking, so they're very busy. And there's not a lot of staff in there, so.
All right, so we got these guys all working together.
You did?
We got a mission from Gragas and them, and we can tell them that we talked to Frank, both of them. We don't actually have to do it. We can try to,
Well, I'm gonna at least ask him that question first before we kill him. Hey, where's Marigold?
Okay.
They can't say I didn't try.
True.
Shit. I really want to talk to the Knight in Purple.
You talk to whoever you want. There's still multiple people you haven't talked to.
Yeah, I know.
You only talked to about half the room, or not, maybe not even.
After I eat, Vekni is going to go over to the table with the lizard guy.
Okay. So you see a table with it's two lizardmen. They have that sigil that I had mentioned before. They're talking really quietly. One of them's a lot bigger than the other one. The one that's bigger has armor. The one that's smaller does not. The one that's smaller has like daggers on his sword belt. They do both appear to be adults.
So Vekni, after having a bunch of drinks, because she's been slowly drinking all day too, walks up to them and goes, "Hello, boys. Are you from FRANC?"
They stop speaking. They turn to you, and then in unison say, "Yes."
Kind of like how Nagini talks.
Who?
The snake from Harry Potter.
I don't know what that. I don't know anything about that. So I guess so.
It's like deep, dark, and
Because you guys are from FRANC, correct?
Yes. What do you want? This is the bigger one.
What is your standing with Queensgrace?
The bigger one says, they don't like us too much, but I think we should all work together against Vigor.
Are you trapped in this bar as well as many of these patrons?
Yes.
So and she lowers her voice and she goes, "We are trying to get together, a few of us, to break out. Would you be willing to do so?"
Sorin doesn't want us working with Chaos, but I want to work with them. Sorin doesn't have enough ambition. Lizardfolk should rule Dovah, but he doesn't even care.
Which one's Sorin? I remember the
The
name.
leader of FRANC.
Leader of FRANC. Why do we know that name?
Because FRANC is used very often in this campaign. FRANC is the Lizardfolk kingdom.
We haven't been there yet.
Nope. But we got a mission from Ines, or was it? Yeah, I think it was Ines. To talk to the leader of FRANC to get them to join forces.
It was like Shilter or someone from Queensgrace.
We help these guys escape, and in return they'll help us get to Frank.
Exactly. So that's the angle I am working.
I think let's do it.
So she mentions that she's trying to get people together to get them out because nobody should be trapped in prison for doing no wrong.
The smaller one says, "We can't leave until we kill Frank Mandred.
Well,
Why we're here?"
well, you
Do
know.
I have a plan for you?
Well, guess what? You're not the only ones here that want to do so.
But if we're gonna do it, we have to take Lady Epona and bring her back to Comet Mountain.
Who's that?
Lady Epona.
Is that the one from Epona's bog?
Lady Epona, she's Snorian's wife. Frank Mandred took her.
Is there a
why we're
relation
here.
to Epona's bog?
It's named
I'm not from
it's
here.
named- Well, yes, it's named after her.
Hey, you just took everything from Steve Campaign.
She's the most beautiful.
What does Epona have to do with Steve's campaign?
On his bog?
Wasn't it Steve's campaign? It's right there.
Kevin's correct. It had nothing to do with Steve's campaign.
What? Oh, what was the? Oh, I was thinking of the bog in Steve's campaign where you guys met the witch that cursed Bretson.
That was called the Fetid Garden.
Yeah,
That's what that place was
I was
called.
thinking of that place.
Yeah, different place.
Gotcha.
What did you say? Lady Epona's whose wife?
He said it's Snorian's wife and that Frank Mandred took her.
Do you know where else that she's kept?
In the barracks.
Well, we already have a mission to go towards the map, to the barracks, and she looks over to make sure that those soldiers aren't anywhere near.
They're pretty far away.
You see those.
And the lizardmen are whispering.
What?
The lizardmen are whispering.
She points over to the Tazanki table. They have the same mission to take out Frank Mandry.
Excellent!
So we are going to work out the final details. I just want to know that you are on our side.
We're down. But can you do something for us?
That begins.
The smaller one pulls out this dagger, puts it on the table. The dagger, it's just a short, regular-looking dagger, but the hilt of it has a black bird surrounded by orange flames, as like embedded in the hilt. It's like a design. And he says, "Take this. Make sure that when we go to the barracks, you kill one of the men and leave this embedded in him. It's very important. I'll reward you."
Okay, it's just anybody?
In any one of the Forte men. It doesn't matter.
Shit, what the hell? Rewards, rewards.
Shit in the trash. You totally didn't. Yeah, got it.
This dagger is very special.
Okay. I don't need the backstory, but sure. And she'll take it and she'll put it in her sash under her cloak.
Okay.
I'll take a backstory though. What is so special about this dagger?
It belongs to someone of chaos that we don't like. We want to have him blamed and all the heat to fall on him.
Who is it?
Is it that asshole Darkwing?
Well, look at the sign on the dagger.
Okay.
It's a black bird with orange flames around it.
Oh, okay.
So you can surmise it's probably Blackwing.
Oh, it's Blackwing?
Sure. But we are using chaos to help accomplish this mission. But on our way out.
The smaller lizardman looks at the bigger one. We aren't supposed to work with them. And they start kind of bickering back and forth about it.
Vekni goes, boys, the ends justifies the means.
The smaller one says, I can't be involved in any kind of a plan that involves chaos.
Oh, you have... You just,
Hainesworth.
well,
Does the little one want that dagger to be used in this?
well, then I don't have to use this dagger.
Or perhaps we give it back to Blackwing.
Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion? I'll roll it.
Your DC is 20.
17 plus 3.
Fine.
Take a look.
We'll work with them.
There was no
You
need.
convinced me with your blackmail.
Well,
You son of a bitch.
think of this. Your mission will be accomplished, and you will be free. I don't see a lose for you.
It is kind of hard to sneak out of here.
Yeah.
We don't look like the rest of them.
I don't know. You know. I'm colorblind. I do not see color. But your teeth, they are they stand out.
Are you saying I have yellow teeth? And he bares his like fangs, basically like sharp ass teeth.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, who's sitting next to them, or do you want to go to the purple guy?
They were easy to convince.
Yeah.
Everybody
Everybody
wants
wants.
to have low
I don't know
intelligence.
if you
That's true.
I don't know if you intended this, but right now it seems like we've got this entire bar to work for us.
And we
I
have,
didn't think that you would even try to do this, but I'm fine with it.
There's only 2 of us. We can't manhandle anybody.
I didn't
we-
expect you to try to get everyone to all do the mission together.
Apparently,
like that.
everybody wants Frank Mandrick dead. So
We want to make Factory again, or for
It
us
makes
to
sense.
talk to Frank Mandard. Either way.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like Gragas wants you to hurt him at all.
oh, it doesn't matter. We can just
But he
ride
did
on.
ask that we find out where Marigold was by asking Frank Mandred. So
True.
I go to Frank Mandred, and if he's not coming with us anyway.
It does seem like all roads lead to Franklin.
I kind of want to taunt Blood Mist.
Do whatever you want.
Taunt?
Yeah, because they were the ones with the 100+ kids.
By all means.
Yeah, but that might come back and bite us in the ass.
Why? They're the Blood Mist. They're just a band of bandits in the region of the abandoned.
Maybe after a couple.
nuts.
Maybe after a couple more drinks, Vekni will go over there and fucking boast how she beat him. What are these in this section? Who else is sitting here? Is that the guy
Where are you
from
pointing at?
Queensgrace? The little where the lizard people are. The four.
The one guy is the guy from that black guy from Queensgrace.
And
Remember, he was upset last time you saw him. He was upset. And
Yeah,
didn't like
because Stripe
things
got
were
away.
wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it sounded like he didn't want to be with Slay anymore.
All right, I'll go up to her. Him.
So he's wearing the same like orange and purple armor that you always see him wearing.
I don't remember if I got his name.
I don't think you ever asked him for his name. I'm almost certain that you did not.
All right, so I'll go up to him and she goes, you look very familiar.
You probably think all black men look alike, don't you?
Good day to you. And she turns and walks away. He's all racist. So I'm gonna go over to the Purple Knight.
Okay.
I'm not dealing with that
also
racism. Huh?
Who's also black?
I don't know. No, he is not black. Okay, you see a knight in purple armor sitting at a table by himself, staring at the table of lions people.
Hello, sir. What sigil does he have? No sigil? That's the guy
He
with
has no sigil.
the blue, purple.
He doesn't.
His sigil is his like own face.
He looks at you and nods, and then just goes back to looking at the other table.
What are you looking at?
Says, my son is sitting at the table. He doesn't know that I'm here.
Which one is that?
The man with the talons on his belt.
Why would you not tell your sons that you're here?
There's just a lot going on between the two of us. I feel strange about the whole situation.
What, did you fuck his girlfriend or something?
No, I did something to his leader. He deserved it, but I don't think my son could ever forgive me. So I'm just watching him, keep making sure that he's safe. And if I need to step in and protect him, I will.
Your son's over there?
He's the guy with the talons in his belt.
Does he know?
Nope.
that-
No, he's never seen me in this armor before. He doesn't know it's me. And this guy has like a helmet, a visor that he's wearing.
Are you prisoner here too?
I'm sure I'll be arrested like the other ones if I try to leave. Wear all this armor, these weapons. Not serving Forte. I'm not really worried about it though. I'm just wherever my son goes, I'm gonna follow.
Well, they are free to come and go as they please. How can you watch them if you would be arrested?
I'm not worried about it.
What was your son's name?
His name is Striking Owl.
Striking Owl. He
But
gave-
his real name is Morio. He just Striking Owl is more of a
He's cooler.
more of a battle name,
Well-
you could say. His name is Morio.
Striking Owl seemed to be very intelligent,
He's a smart boy.
and he wanted me to convey a message to Lord Wield. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know who Lord Wield is, so no.
Lord Wield works for
One.
one.
Okay.
Perhaps you may know what it means, and he's gonna take out the map and kind of show it to him. It is very crude.
It bothers me that my son would want to show this location to someone, but yes, this does mean something to me. This was the place where I attacked my son's master.
Why did you attack him?
He's a very deceitful man. He has my son and those under him believing that he's doing what's best for them.
King Leonidas?
Sure.
Question mark?
He said sure.
I know that he serves King Leonidas. That's all I know of Pridecutter Keep. Well, from around here.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Little persuasion. DC, it's gonna be a DC 20.
19!
Total?
No.
19 was the roll.
4. I think.
Killing it with these
Dude,
rolls
right?
tonight.
We're gonna. You know what the problem is? We're gonna get in a fight like next session, and we're all gonna roll like 3s and 4s.
Oh, crit fail.
My son is on a mission for his master. He does not serve lions. Leonidas is just a foolish man that my son's using for now.
Then who does he serve?
A man that all call the master.
Master. Is it Hainesworth?
No, I know of Hainesworth. It is not that person.
Is it King Lorgan?
No.
Is it Scenes?
I don't know his real name. They call him the master.
So you attacked him, and what was the outcome?
I scarred his face horribly, but I was unable to kill him. I almost lost my life, but I was able to escape. Now I'm a wanted man, at least amongst the master and his underlings, like my son. I'm not even certain that my son wouldn't attack me if he realized I was here.
How old is his son look?
Young, like low 20s. Human.
Why would a young boy choose a master over his father?
It's my fault. I brought him in to work for the master when he was just a young boy. He trained him and made him strong, but he also indoctrinated him.
You do not know who the master is?
I know who he is. I don't know his real name. I know who he is, what he stands for.
What does he stand for?
He has aims to rule Cortania, him and his friends.
Cortania.
They believe that's the name of the material plane they're on.
The whole material plane?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He has aims to, he believes that he can control things, and him and his friends do all kinds of meetings, dark meetings and stuff, and discuss things.
Does he believe in a calamity? Is that only he could stop?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Have you've not reached out to your son and tried to speak to him?
The last time I saw my son, he was trying to help the master's underlings apprehending. So no, I haven't tried to reach out to him. If I was to do so, and he didn't come after me, it might put my son in danger. I can't have that.
Well, you do know it makes it painfully obvious that you're staring.
I can't help it. All I've ever had in my life was the master's instruction and then my son.
What did the master
lost
look?
one.
What did the master look like?
Before I attacked him, he's a very, very tall man. He dresses in fine clothes, and he has this very thick head of dark gray hair. But when I attacked him, I disfigured his face, and from what I heard, he now wears this opaque black mask over his head. The only reason why I was able to get close to him to harm him was because he trusted me. He's not the kind of opponent I'd be able to actually harm in a real fight. He didn't realize I was going to attack him.
A little cowardly, but I get it.
I had no other choice. I had to try to get my son out of there
Why didn't you just take your son?
because he's brainwashed by the master. I can't convince him to leave.
Maybe somebody should suggest it to him.
I'm trying to work up the courage to try to figure out what to do.
Speaking of suggestions, you are afraid that your son may attack you or even kill you?
Yes.
Not here.
Not here. Exactly.
And he is only here with 3 of his compatriots.
And in this bar, there is no fighting.
It's true.
This might be your safest place to speak to him.
And quite frankly, your only place.
I feel like that bartender has some kind of spell on this place. Everybody's scared of him.
Yes, I've noticed as well that no one wants to disobey what Lorgan says.
Well, if it's anything like the Matrix, remember the train conductor?
No.
Even Neo couldn't beat him because he was inside the train station, but outside the train station, the train conductor was nothing. Because in here, I make the rules.
Vekni, she's kind of hurt by this, what she's saying. So you lost your son by defending your son.
I tried to save him and I failed, I guess.
I lost a son too.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I can empathize with what you're saying.
Huh? I didn't know that. It's the first time I've said it.
What happened?
You know what? While we are here, I feel like I should help you. And she turns and walks to the table with the kid.
Okay.
I want to know what happened. You had us had or have?
The story ended.
You clever shrew, you.
So she walks over to Flying Soaring Owl or whatever his name
Striking
is.
Owl.
Striking Owl.
Are spells allowed in this tavern?
I've been doing
If you're
it.
not trying to fight, then it's fine.
Oh, that's true. Not trying to fight.
What was his name? Modo?
According to the Purple Horseman, his name is Morio,
Modio?
but he told you his name was Striking Owl.
She walks up to him. Striking Owl, may I speak to you?
Looks over. Yes, that's fine. And he, in private?
Yes.
He gets up and, okay, where do you want to speak?
You, sir.
Lions and Lord Leonidas. Roll insight. You don't believe him.
Well, I know I don't believe him. I don't. He told me. Who do you really serve?
I told you.
The master.
You notice that his complexion changes a little bit. He becomes very pale, and he once again says, "I serve Lord Leonidas and Lions of Pridecutter Keep."
Yeah, I'm not trying to blow up your position with your boys here. But do you really serve the master?
Where did you hear that name? I've never heard of such a person.
Amorio.
Now he really you see him he quickly takes his hands and grabs his battle talons and then stops and looks back towards Lorgan and he looks like he doesn't know what to do.
I'm not here.
He looks very shaken.
I'm not here to hurt you.
What do you want? How do you know my name?
She puts her hand on his shoulder and is like, there's no one here to harm you.
He eases up a little bit, but he still seems very apprehensive.
So tell me what you're here for.
I'm here to serve
And she does
Lord
the
Leonidas and to get Karaganda to back off of Pridecutter Keep.
And what does the master have you here for?
I don't know any master.
Lie to me. I know who you are.
I don't know who you're talking about. Roll persuasion. Your DC will be 17.
Keep doing your thing. Just keep going with it.
18.
I like where you're keep going with it.
Since you know of the Master, you'll know what he does. He sends agents.
Dude, our rolls next game are gonna be so fucking bad.
You've been rolling incredibly. I have to increase the DCs and everything.
No,
You don't fail anything.
fuck you.
You pass every single check.
Fuck you.
What if you failed?
What if we did?
He did fail.
What did you fail?
Well, you gave me inspiration, and I was able to use it, and then I passed. So, thank you.
The Master sends
Same.
his
I had a crit 1, and I had inspiration. Okay, go
The
ahead.
Master and his fellow Order members send agents all over Cortania to influence the state of the world. And that is what I'm doing at Pridecutter Keep. Influencing the state of the world as the Master designed.
And what is his mission? What is...
Well, you seem to know of the Master. You know my name, so you must know already.
Yes, I want to hear it from you.
That's treason. I cannot tell you exactly what my mission is. You must already know.
I do. I'm making sure that you remember.
Were you sent by the Master?
Sorin is going to take out his wand. He's not gonna like do anything with it. He's just gonna like hold it out. He'll use dancing lights cantrip, and only like the tip of his wand can like glow. But he's not like directing it towards anybody. It's almost like he's just kind of like sitting there, kind of like playing with it.
Cool. So he notices you doing that, and he looks over, and he's picking up that there is something special about the two of you. That you're not just average schlubs. Something special about you guys. What were you trying to get? You were trying to get him to.
I was trying to see what
his
the mission was, yeah.
Roll. Oh, I already had you roll high roll. Okay.
Yeah, roll deception for DC's 25.
I fail.
Well, so the Master sent you.
Go on.
My mission is unchanged. Maki betrayed the Order, and we were sent to make sure that the powers that be in Dovah make sure that he falls.
And Maki is your father?
Who are you? What are you talking about? No, Maki's not my father.
Then who is
Do I
Maki?
look like a halfling?
I don't know, you seem kind of short.
He is a little short, but well, you weren't really sent by the Master, were you?
But I do know a lot.
Yes, but
According to his role, he was.
you don't know what my mission is.
I'm here to assist.
You don't even know who Maki is. What?
I'm here to assist you.
You're gonna have to roll again for that.
Okay.
Roll a deception again. 20.
Jesus Christ.
This is some secret shit that he doesn't want to just let you know.
Nope.
Yeah, he's with what you just said about thinking that Maki is my father. Clearly, you don't know as much as you're trying to say.
Is Maki the name?
It's some guy, I don't know who Maki is.
No, I'm
What?
saying the guy in the purple.
I don't know his name.
You didn't ask his name.
Oops.
Are you sure?
You did not ask his name.
Well,
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, no, we
What
did.
was the name that we got then?
The
You
Master.
didn't ask? Oh, he
guy
told
in
you the
purple?
name of the Master. No, he never told you his name. I'm 100% positive.
Vekni goes, he's correct. I am not sent here from the Master.
So then how do you know about me? What are you doing?
Tell me of your father.
My father is a traitor
To who? You?
to the Master
To you?
and his plans.
Was he a traitor to you?
Yes, I serve the Master.
Yes. But was he there for you?
No, he was cowardly. I don't know who put him up to attacking the Master the way he did. But my father, if I see my father again, I will put him down.
You would kill your father over this Master.
Yes,
Why?
because my loyalty to the Master is unshaken, it's unbroken.
But why? I do not understand.
I owe everything that I am to the Master.
Oh no, I think that you owe everything you are to your father.
There was a time where I thought that I owed something to my father, but that time has passed.
Well, without your father, you would not be here. Without your father, you would not know the master.
So my father tried to hurt the master.
And perhaps it is time you make amends with your father.
There are bonds that are stronger than blood.
Blood is
So-
thicker than water.
So when Sorin says that, he'll cast suggestion.
Okay. How's that work again?
So you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two.
Okay.
And my sentence is, perhaps it is time you make amends with your father.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to roll save.
And magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Okay.
The suggestion must be worded in such a manner that the course of action sounded reasonable, asking the creature to stab itself. Obviously, target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. The suggestion course of action can continue for the entire duration, which is 8 hours.
What's the DC?
DC is a wisdom 14, and I have to know if you failed or not.
He has a +2.
Okay.
He failed.
Okay.
That was a critical roll on myself.
I mean, we've been looking at each other's dice, so maybe we've been cheating.
So you can, yep. So for the next 8 hours,
You're suggested to
Okay.
speak with your father.
well, that he make amends with his father. Very
Okay.
important. One sentence. Perhaps it is time you make amends with your father.
Perhaps it is. I don't even know where he is.
Would you be accepting? Oh, I wouldn't notice that he casted a spell. Would you be accepted to see him here?
I guess you would have to say yes, right?
And was also one of the reasons I took my wand out.
Well, I guess I wouldn't notice your wand, but I wouldn't know you cast a spell.
I get he would say yes.
It's visual, it's visual or verbal and material. So,
Oh, what material did you use?
snake's tongue.
Oh no, you have a wand. You have spell
Yeah,
focus. Never mind.
that's my focus.
Um,
There's nothing of an actual money value, so it's that and verbal.
Vekni.
Verbal was the sentence.
Vekni hooks his arm and leads him over to the Purple Knight.
He's been here the whole time!
The Purple Knight stands up. Modio. Striking Owl looks at him and says, Vittori. The Purple Horseman says, I've been watching you, trying to keep you safe. What? These two brought us together. I'm sorry for what I did when I was trying to protect you. And they have like a. I'm not gonna talk to myself.
Do it!
They have like a.
We're involved
We're
now.
alive!
We're involved, and we want to see it.
Come on, I don't really want me to talk to
I
myself.
also need to do this.
No. So they have a conversation, and at least for the time being, Striking Owl seems to be accepting that Vittori, as he called him, was trying to protect him by attacking the Master.
Well, the spell doesn't mean that he has to accept it. So
He's accepting it for now, but it'll last for 8 hours, right?
Hey, so that's eight hours to the best of your ability. You have to make amends with your father. By the end of 8 hours. 8 hours is a long ass time. So by the end of 8 hours, you could very well say, fuck this, I don't believe it. But for the next 8 hours,
he has to listen.
They're buddies for 8 hours, at least.
And
At least
they
for 8
could-
hours, he's
and
trying
to
to
the best of your ability, all you need to focus on is making amends. With
making
your father.
amends. So they're talking about what happened, about how so you hear like bits and pieces. Apparently, what happened was the Purple Horseman used some kind of a magic that basically like created this acid that like burned this guy's face really, really badly, like horribly disfigured him. So now he has to wear like a black mask over his face. And just like they're talking about, the Purple Horseman is trying to say that really the Master's aims aren't good and aren't for the better of the world. It's really just for his own ambition. But Striking Owl is saying, you know, he is doing what's best for the world, and without him helping guide the way that things go, everything could turn to shit. And that what Maki did, betraying the Order, was unacceptable, and he has to pay for it.
I don't know what Maki is.
Maybe the two of them discuss childhood memories and how much he loves his son, and
Yeah, because even after the spell ends, after talking for exponential amount of time.
Yeah, at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
Until I drop the spell or cast another concentration spell.
So you hear them discuss the childhood, and Morio's childhood was just training at apparently that building that he showed you with the map, with the X, the DSHQ. Basically, his entire childhood was there, where he was trained by the master.
Yeah.
So.
Why is this? He's very nice. You boys talk. And I walk over.
Big XP for that, by the way.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's got to be
Diplomacy!
500 apiece. Yeah, it's the big. Cause gotta reward you for that, especially with those rolls. It's ridiculous.
And I only needed 400 to level
I
up.
didn't need a roll for that. However, I had a 5 in my pool.
I was hoping. I was like, yo, we could use that, but we kind of need that.
True.
So what time of day is it?
You guys have been here for hours, so we're gonna say it's actually already getting dark. You guys have been here for hours.
Well, now I would imagine that as a bar would be the busiest time.
There's no new patrons have came in, and no one has left.
Oh.
Not even the guards that are allowed to leave.
Dude, what guards? They're not guards. They're at a table drinking.
I thought those were the Forte
They're
guards.
Forte. Yeah, they're Forte. They're at a table. They're all tieflings. And they're at a table drinking. And the one in the orange armor appears to be like their leader. But they're not like standing guard or like paying attention to what everyone's doing. They're just drinking, having a good time. It looks like they're gambling or something.
Maybe at this time it's a good idea to,
There's money on the table and stuff.
you know, maybe get the music going. You know, get some of these tables to start intermingling with each other.
Does Honesty have a new song?
I don't know, does it?
Honesty. There's motherfuckers everywhere too.
How did he get?
This motherfucker.
Well, you guys did take a detour when you left.
Yeah.
So if he left right after you left, he would have been here first.
This motherfucker, he's gonna cause a problem. I know it. And the fact that he just shows up here, he's significant. This motherfucker.
You know what?
It wouldn't surprise me if he's that leprechaun thing from your one campaign. Look, he's smiling, motherfucker.
This would be a good time actually for him to sing a particular song.
He is, isn't he? This motherfucker. He's that leprechaun motherfucker from your original campaign that you had that we let loose. 100%.
Alright, so Vekni's gonna head back to these guys and just discuss that we'll put an actual timeline together tomorrow, but tonight we're gonna party. You know, the guys that we actually have.
You know, get the tables to start, talking to each other, some dancing lights.
Well, we got these 3 tables talking. We can have probably some Garagas and Wondering and whatnot over there.
You know, get some dancing lights, get some
You
music
do that.
going, and probably end
Dancing.
the session right there.
Yeah, Vekni will go over to the Garagas table and tell him that, and she'll bring over a big tankard of ale, and say that it came from this table, and he should go strike up a conversation with him.
With
Slay and
one
one.
in Slay?
Yeah.
Okay, he does that. There is so the ambient, more quieter music that's been playing as people have been talking stops, and then music starts up again, much louder, and it's a much more like a ballad.
When I asked who Honesty was, and I figured out, I couldn't get Dan to stop giggling.
This song again?
You heard this one already?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What is it about then?
No, this one you guys never heard.
And you use the same song twice?
No.
Are you sure you didn't use this one?
This sounds very good from there.
Oh, Dan, you
I don't-
fucked up.
It's alright.
If you heard this one already, then you heard all of them. But I was saving this one.
Didn't this play at Ines's ball?
No, definitely not.
Or was that Crazy Train?
It was Ariel's.
That's
You
right.
turned the volume up?
This is loud as it goes,
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, it's loud as it goes.
Lecherous dwarf.
Okay, it's about Garagas.
Hanger. Yeah, I've heard this one.
When you heard this?
Yeah, this is one of the first ones I heard. Yep.
His actions still linger.
Yeah, this is the one about Sorin and his sister.
Butler steps in.
Yep. Yeah, I know this one.
Oh, well, this is.
Kingly
Oh.
duty.
I don't have any new ones then. This is it.
Duties that keeps the bed
This is on our one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drow will attack at midnight.
But Brian said that if we ever did this song, that he would stop it.
Brian's not here.
Was he not here maybe when I played it before?
Hmm?
You must have heard it. You said you heard it on their one shot.
No,
he didn't play it.
This is about our one shot. Yeah, this is about our one shot.
But it's all a sham.
Such a good voice.
Friends and objectives are false. The kingdom is damned, yeah. With so many lives lost to drown. It's the eye that you sought, eye that you sought. Return to her with your prize. The drow will attack at midnight.
Is this about Cold Bank?
No. So they're one shot.
Will attack at midnight.
It's the only one shot that was never recorded.
And they did.
The drow will attack at midnight.
Yeah, you missed the end of that, right?
Yeah.
It was a pretty good end.
I bet it would have been great to have been there. But you guys played a one shot without half your team.
You wouldn't come. We tried to get with you for like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't come. You just had a kid.
Have returned,
Mm-hmm.
just as she planned.
So, with the excitement, Sorin's gonna cast his dancing lights, and he's gonna like spin them around his head, kind of like
Sorin's own head?
No.
Honesty's?
Honesty's head. Maybe even cause him to like fumble and miss the strings and miss his cues and
He's focused.
locked in. He's
Locked in.
Locked in. Okay.
And you know what? While he's doing this song, he starts doing it, and then at one point he just starts looking at you as he's doing it.
And when that happens, Sorin kind of looks away and then uses minor illusion. A big fart comes out from behind him again.
Excuse me. Is that it? I don't know if it's anything. I think it's probably it.
The drow will attack at midnight.
Yeah. Your one shot was pretty impactful.
Yep, they sure did.
Yeah, but did you sink an Armada? I sunk an Armada.
True.
It's like a moment. But did the drow attack at midnight?
No, but we did.
Stripe got the God tier.
We're just gonna enjoy the evening and mingle and whatnot, and then we'll start next session tomorrow morning.
While we do that, I am going to ritual cast Find Familiar for an hour.
No, Find Familiar lasts forever.
Yeah, I know, but it's a ritual. It takes 1 hour and 10 minutes
To cast it?
to cast it as a ritual.
That's one time.
Takes 10 minutes.
It says casting time, 1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Because it's a ritual.
What familiar are you getting?
Rituals
An
take
hour.
10 minutes. That's weird that it takes
An hour.
It'll be a black, all black owl, right? And around its feet are going to have 2 little like gold anklets almost. Just for visual effect. But
Cool.
yeah. But all
Like
black-
shackles almost?
Yeah, like shackles. But it'll be all black owl. Maybe even like almost looks like a scar across its like, beak almost. Again, just visual stuff.
What are you having it do? What are you having it do?
A lot of stuff. I can see through it, I can hear through it, and I can cast spells through it. But at the end of the day, it's just an owl, and the owl will be.
Yeah, whatever. Like I think an owl has 1 HP.
Okay.
So
But what's cool about owls is that they can
silent attack or some shit like that.
they can also disengage. So like they could fly up an enemy and disengage and leave without provoking opportunity attack.
Pretty useful.
It is useful.
Really useful. You can cast spells through it, right?
Yep.
I'd like to talk to the Kasumi village guys, but
Okay. You got. So you didn't talk to them. You didn't talk to Forte. You didn't talk to these guys. You didn't talk to them.
We
And you didn't
also
talk to Blood Mist.
they're not going anywhere. They'll be there in the
No,
morning.
they'll be here.
So you can either stay here and figure your own way out, or
Work with us.
you can work with us. Kevin and I decided that we were going to do that when you took your first piss.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We're gonna end the stream.
this episode of Power Word Nerd. Be sure to follow us on all social media sites.